What did I just walk
We're going
into?
live. Hello, Dylan.
And
That's what you walked
why
into.
you can't trust Ori.
What?
When it comes to definitions of words.
Excuse me? Dylan is trying to say that if
You
you're
are
more partial to something, you're less partial to something. And we've been going on like this for 15 fucking minutes.
All right. Allow me.
No more Zen riddles.
Allow me to catch Chet up really quickly. Hello, everyone.
Oh no, you're not allowed because you're gonna skew it so bad.
You just put me on blast on main, and you're gonna try to pretend like I can't defend myself.
Go ahead.
You know what, Chat? I'll let you
Hello,
judge.
everybody. Welcome to
I'll
the
let
chaos.
you judge the content.
Now recording.
Hello, Craig. Of what
Hi,
was
Nicole.
happening.
Good to see you.
Based
Like
on
to
how.
know everybody.
Actually, enthused. That's the crux of it right there.
It means that you sort of like impartial. That's
No.
what it means.
All right, are we doing this?
No.
You're the one who wanted to do this.
I want to, but I want to let chat decide because this might take us a while.
We're not taking that long. You get
This is
5
going to
minutes, and I
pain me,
will
isn't
time
it?
you, and that's it. And we're done.
Hello,
we're
everyone.
Moving on.
So Ori and I were having an argument, and the argument boils down to this. She said, I'm partial to impartial.
No,
And
that is
I
not
asked
what
her-
I said.
don't-
That is not what I.
Sarah,
He's already
I
wrong.
gotta be honest. I don't know.
Not what I said. The whole crux of the argument is that I'm more partial to, let's say, eggs than bacon.
That's
Go on.
not what we started about this.
Technically, Mars started it, so you know.
And she said...
All I said was I'm partial to that take.
Yes,
And
that's
then
what she said.
I'm more partial to
that one.
And
Yeah.
so my
Uh-huh.
argument was, in a joking way, if you're
Hello,
more
Zillisi.
partial,
Hello, everyone.
doesn't that technically mean you're less overall? Because part is only part of something, and if you're more of only a part of something, that means you're less than you were previously.
Enthused. That is a definition of
That
it.
is
When you
too
look
much
up
thinking for
definitions
tonight.
of partial, one of them is part of something, and one of them is
Whoa,
liking
whoa,
or
whoa.
being more biased towards
Irrelevant.
something.
Totally irrelevant. I
No.
agree. The word partial, etymologically speaking, it means not whole, aka incomplete. And why does that make sense? Well, because if you're biased, if you're leaning in favor of one side as opposed to the other, you are partial to that side. That's the general etymological origin, the origin
Correct.
of that word. And all I was
Shadow!
doing was essentially using a piece of wordplay and just arguing that if you're more part of something, you're less of that thing overall. You're more incomplete. But then Ori and I, like, we each had this, like, super drawn-out argument.
And then we argued down because I was trying to get
Yeah,
one over on him.
I tried to talk her down, but she wouldn't listen.
Oh my god. We're moving on. That's not what happened. Let's get into trials and tribulations.
Hello,
Dylan,
everyone.
I hope that your accents are ready. I don't know if we'll get there. I'm pretty sure we're going right into Ron, which I forgot about and not ready
Me
for.
coming from English major. What?
English is stupid. I hate it. Bad language. Why we picked it,
Slap,
who
slap.
knows? It's like 8 different languages in a trench coat and then 2 more trailing behind. You know, it's just
That's
bad.
why I just don't speak English.
We're not going back to caveman. I can't take it.
What
can't
do you
take it.
mean?
I
I'm
can't
not
take
going back
it.
to cavemen.
Then what are you speaking? There you go.
Rodeo got the trip. I just
Thank
shut
you,
up
Shadow.
for the rest
Yes,
of my life.
you do. No, don't shut up for the rest of your life. That would be really sad. Alrighty. I forgot I had to do this voice. And then I remembered it. Okay. Oh, Mr. Wright!
Mr. Delight, did they finish their interrogation?
Yes, but... Don't leave me alone anymore! Mr. Delight, you lied to us before, didn't you? Well, you see... Oh. On the same night the sacred urn was stolen from Lord Lee Taylor department store. A blackmail letter you got summoned you to KB Security to hand over some money. which you have a lot of. And then, that's where the CEO, Kane Bullard, was murdered. But there's only one Ron Delight, am I right? I mean, I am right. But so, the only question is, where were you that night? Talk! I'm really aggressive right now. This time, I want to hear the whole truth and nothing but the truth. Your life depends on it. I don't know why you're getting the death sentence for this.
Just because you fell into Godot's trap.
Yeah, I'm so upset. I'm just angry at myself, and I'm taking it out on Ron. Okay. He doesn't deserve it. Let me put a little cover on my hot cocoa so it doesn't get cold.
So fancy, you have a cover for your hot
It's
cocoa.
just a little rubber thing.
My
Alrighty.
tea just sits out in the open and gets cold.
Mask. Well, I'm talking to myself, so I don't really have a slurp portion. Dylan, look at that in chat, huh? Alright.
I'm not sure
Ooh.
he's right.
Uh-huh. But, Mr. Delight, do you still insist that you are Mask Star to Mask? Isn't that what I've been saying since yesterday?
That was a quick response.
Tell me about it. To be honest, it's starting to get irritating.
But listen, Mr. Delight. At the trial today, we learned the true identity of the thief, didn't we?
I mean, he even came out and said it. Dylan,
What?
you didn't laugh maniacally as your favorite boy!
I'm sorry, I was looking away at chat.
Wow! Laugh maniacally as your favorite boy.
So irresponsible.
I'm so upset. Pay attention.
Fine. I'll laugh maniacally as my favorite boy.
That's not your favorite boy, and you know it.
Not him. Good try, though.
Who's to say? Who's to say?
I know who your favorite boy is. It's this guy right here.
Take a good look, everyone.
There it is.
There's the goblin mode.
Able to find a rival worthy of my genius? I was forced to create one by myself. Here I am, the tragic clown.
I don't know if you changed your mic settings or not, but these are picking up beautifully. Damn.
Yeah, they really are.
Top tier shit right there. Woo. I guess it's true. I wasn't the one who stole the urn.
Of course not. After all, you were at KB Security at the time. Which is also a terrible look for you.
They're both bad looks, but one was a misdemeanor and the other is a felony, so, you know. So then that person dressed up as Mask Star to Mask in this photo.
It's gotta be Detective Atme.
But where'd his nose go?
He taped it down.
Ow.
Boys, which way did he tuck his nose?
Oh my god. No.
I feel like down would be the lesser of two evils.
Mars, I'm just gonna tell you, it's directly up. That's what he did.
It's all bad.
It's pointing at the ceiling.
Oh god.
Why does this feel like an innuendo?
It is! What? You weren't getting that? Even I got that one, Mars.
Oh, I knew it was going that way, but I didn't know if I wanted to confirm it.
It had already gone that way.
wasn't-
Dylan's
It
first
wasn't
line
going
had gone that way.
It was there.
Oh my god.
It was right
that
under
would be
your nose.
horrendous, Lakitu. There's no shrinking. Unless it's all fake. Who knows? So, that night, you didn't go to Lordly Taylor. You went to KB Security, right? Yes, I went to KB Security at the time the blackmail note said I should.
Alright, what happened next?
Well, I used to work there, so I knew where the CEO's office was. I knocked, but there was no answer. So I used the key card to unlock the door. That's probably when he dropped his wallet. When I went into the room of the CEO's office, someone was in there. Someone? Oh!
Ah!
Ah!
Then they suddenly bashed me over the head. Bam!
Was it Kane Bullard that hit you?
The
Yes.
plot
It sure looked
thickens.
like him in the flashback. Didn't
Yeah,
you see his
that
portly
silhouette.
figure?
I don't know. The person ran away while I was still stunned. I wasn't knocked out because my hair is like a helmet and it dampened the blow a little bit. But I was startled, so I didn't move.
Imagining stars around this guy's head are like the little Tweety birds when a cartoon gets hit over the head.
Oh my god.
This poor man.
Why
When
is
I
he crying from his cheeks?
He's sweating.
That's
He's sweating.
sweat.
It's a sweat drop. Jesus Christ.
Okay.
When I
No,
came
we have to make exceptions, Ori. Dylan has been stuck in lawyer mode all day. He has to be very serious. This is his chance to let loose.
He commented on it the first time Ron made this face with something
Yeah, but
completely
what I
different.
said was that it was
Yeah,
not swimming.
I know.
No, you did not.
When I came to my senses, the sight I saw left me speechless. Oh god.
Jeez.
Jeez.
That's a tongue. The dead body of the CEO was right there in front of me. I thought I'd die myself. From the shock, of course, nobody else was in there. Anyway, I thought I should do something with the body because that's what they all
No!
do.
That
I
was
should get my fingerprints
stupid!
all over it. You know, I worked in security. I know that if
Why
I get
would
my
you
grubby
do
little hands and
that?
oils all over this dead body man, I totally won't be blamed for his murder. Not at all.
You idiot!
Don't worry, I was wearing Adrian Andrews' gloves while I did so.
Yeah, right.
So that's
I
why
waved
you.
to the camera while I did it.
Oh my god.
Just so they knew for sure it was me who put the body away and cleaned up the office.
So that's why you put it in the safe? Yes, that's right. I didn't call the police at all because I knew that I could use that stealing of the urn to my advantage. I used to
I'm no
be.
snitch.
I used to be the chief of one of the security teams, so I knew how to open it.
Okay. And what did you do after that?
Well, I got out of there for starters. I
Oh, was he taking a note before he said that?
I drank cocoa. I was the one who set up the security cameras in that building, so I knew how to avoid being spotted by them.
Nick. All of a sudden, Mr. Delight kind of sounds like the murderer to me.
Please don't say that. Let's talk about why you were fired and get motive, yeah.
Mr. Delight, is it true that 1 year ago you were forced to quit KB Security? Ew!
Bless you, Maya. The
Thank
sneeze
you.
scared me, but how do you know?
We're really getting into this character, Ori.
Don't tell Desi, please. If I gotta go, we're going ham.
Ham all the way. Don't worry. We haven't told anyone yet.
What the fuck did I just read in chat, Dylan?
What the
What?
hell?
Getting hit over the head doesn't turn you gay.
Well,
Because Pastry
I
said probably
see.
wasn't
Yeah.
thinking
I
straight.
see.
I'm sorry, yeah. Must be 8:44 brain.
Yeah.
God.
Thank goodness. No, but I suppose I'll have to tell her sometime. She'll find out eventually.
Why have you been hiding it from her anyway? She'd probably support you. She's a criminal herself.
Desi would despise me if she ever found out I was living a life of crime. A criminal.
Wait. You're
What?
living a life of crime?
Yeah. He's supposedly masked to mask every time but this one, supposedly. Or he's also stealing things. Because he has no money, and Desi is a spender. So, like, where's that money coming from, you know? A criminal, a thief. She'd never forgive me. My marriage would be over.
Knowing that, why did you become a thief in the first place?
Because Desi spends money like it's water.
Have you ever tried to spend water before, though?
Can't say that I have.
She's liquidating all of their assets, is what he's saying. There's no job in the world that could bring in enough money, except being a thief. At least that's what I thought, anyway. So he became mask star to mask for Desiree, huh?
The
All
things
right.
we do for love. Or
Uh...
stupidity.
We could do this about the buzzer. Because
He
he
would
didn't
have
say
the
anything
knowledge.
about
He
the
was
buzzer.
Security guy. Yeah, go for it. The buzzer went off just once around the time that Bullard was killed.
Oh, that's scary. Do you know anything about that, Mr. Delight? Sorry, I'm afraid I don't. Why am I not surprised how clueless he is anymore? Alright.
What about the buzzer itself?
Ooh, I was gonna talk about the first heist. Because
Either
that,
or.
we think, has this thing on it. We'll present this. That's the emergency buzzer from the CEO's office. Don't press it! It makes a terrible racket.
I'm not gonna use it for tennis.
Sorry. I just love making a lot of noise.
Yeah, we know that from Turnabout Goodbyes. Does this buzzer have something to do with this case? Well, at this point, I don't really know yet. After all, there were no prints on it, or anything else for that matter. Well, this for that matter, but okay.
Well, we got that answer.
This has the image in it, yeah.
Yeah.
This is what we're thinking
Does
is...
that buzzer have anything to do with the case? I'm not really sure.
Hey! This is an article about my debut heist! Boy, that was a tough one. Before I knew it, they were hot on my trail.
But Master Damask, he must have gotten away, right? It says in the article that he disappeared.
That's right! I got a sudden burst of inspiration. I hid my Mask Star Damask costume in a nearby plastic bucket. Then I quickly changed into my security guard uniform. Pretty clever, eh? So is he Mask Star Damask or is he not? Are there two
They
Mask Star
keep
Damasks?
Playing the damn name game in this, and it's very confusing. I wish instead of like, so Master Damask escaped. No, just say you. You escaped. It was you. If it was you, we're using you.
That's why we're not
Wait.
using you.
He's Master to Mask. He's Master to Mask. Is there any other Master to Mask I should know about? Godot slides in. Hello.
I hear.
Oh, God.
He is wearing a mask after all.
true. We need more
I
masks.
would literally die. No, no more masks.
Wow. Awesome. Hey, hold the phone.
Done. Now what?
The guard in it. Well, thank you. But this guard in the photo, is that you, Mr. Delight?
All right, sir. Representative will be with you shortly. Please continue holding. Thank you.
Shortfully?
Ah! My brain said I said shortly.
I just love how we were both on it, Dylan. We're like, oh, she's not getting away with that one.
Yeah, this is the octopus and squid hotline. You will be slurping very soon. Thank you.
I'm fucking sorry, what?
Huh?
Uh,
I'm so confused.
we're all
And
confused.
scared.
We're all
But
confused
listen, Mars,
here.
if no one knows what you're doing, they can't tell you you're doing it wrong.
True.
Bada bing, bada boom.
No,
That's
you
the
messed it
secret
up.
to
You were supposed to
life.
say something indecipherable.
Bay day
Yeah.
bing, bay day boom.
Spaghetti flounder!
Bay ing bay.
Umbe is right.
Whew, okay. Well, we get a little laugh from Ron. Yes, that's right. Nice trick if I do say so myself. Nice and easy to figure out. Even pearls could see through that in a heartbeat.
And yet the police didn't.
No, I mean, it's Gumshoe, so.
He can't be the only one.
He is the only one. There's nobody
That
else.
is
We never interact with
depressing.
anybody else. He's on it all the time.
Well, the last cop we interacted with besides Gumshoe was Gant, right?
Yeah.
No, give me Gumshoe.
Yep.
That's what I thought.
Between the two detectives starting with G, I choose Gumshoe.
Oh, and Meekins wasn't a detective, but he was a cop.
yeah.
We actually dealt with a lot of cops in the last in Rise from the Ashes.
Yeah, this is becoming a trend.
But almost all of them went to jail or were no longer cops. Only Meekins stayed a cop and he was demoted. But he's not a detective. But as you might expect, Detective Atme found the disguise. He truly deserves the title of Ace Detective. Detective Atme found the Mask Starter Mask disguise. That's interesting. Yes, and I heard that he brought it home with him. So they're both
Is
Mask
this
Starter
how
Mask.
we ended up with two masks?
Yes, this is how we ended up with 2 Mask Starter Masks.
Okay.
That's it.
When you can't catch the criminal you're chasing, so you become the criminal and catch yourself.
Yeah, thinking with your brain there.
That's
I
some
mean-
4D chess right there.
I think Atme already kind of admitted to it. He's like,
He did.
Yeah.
yeah.
At least for the vase.
He basically caught himself.
So
did.
I think what happened is that Ron was Mask Starter Mask, but he didn't steal the vase. And Atme was like getting antsy. He hadn't
Yeah.
found there was
I
no
feel like
more
Abby
Mask
was
Starter
getting
Masks in a
desperate,
while.
Like his ace
Right.
detective badge was on the line.
They
or
were-
a title.
Yeah, there were none in a while. And so he was getting antsy and he was like, I'm gonna do my own heist. Beta bing, beta
Yeah.
boom.
Oh look, what
Here
a
we
convenient costume right here. I'm just gonna whoop.
Yeah.
I'm
So
just
that's
gonna hook.
That was the sound of putting on a costume.
No. In this franchise, we have to sensually put on the costume as their back is to the camera and their shoulders are exposed. That's every
Oh,
image we
yeah.
have.
Record
It's very
scratch, freeze
important.
frame. You thought you guys tuned in to watch Ace Attorney. However, this attorney forgot that they're supposed to be Ace.
I
We're
am
sorry
Ace.
for that.
I
and
can
we'll fix that
appreciate-
in post.
So what is it, thirsty attorney?
What
Yeah, right
aloe
now.
attorney?
Does rhyme a
And
lot better.
Edgeworth isn't even on screen.
Oh my god.
Miss my boy.
I'm sorry, Jesus.
You might have missed your boy, but your aim's getting better.
There you go, Nicole, exactly. So that's it! That's when Atme got his hands on this! Thanks to that, I got the chance to remake my costume.
Are you fucking with me, Ori?
What?
Eh?
There's a Japanese, or actually I think that's Korean name.
Her
in
name
chat,
is
and you just
Nicole.
read that-
Nicole.
Her name is Nicole. She said.
You just speak Korean? Okay, thank
No,
you.
she
I just
said.
No, she introduced herself
She
to us
told us.
last Thursday.
I'm like, did you
Ace
just make it
Attorney
up?
versus Lewd Lawyer, beautiful.
Did you just
No,
choose a name?
we didn't make it up. We know it's Nicole.
Yes.
There you go. You've met Nicole now, Dylan. I mean, I should have said, yes, I can read Korean somehow or something. Totally, yeah, uh-huh.
Yep. Wow, that must have been really time-consuming, huh?
Mars knows all about how time-consuming cosplay is.
Oh, tell me about it.
Yes, it took quite a while to complete. Anyway, a few days after that, I received the first of the blackmail letters.
Blackmail letters?
You got them starting when? Tell me more, now! I'm really angry today!
Okay, it's a good thing there's a pane of glass between you two. 'Cause you
Banging
would be
on the
grabbing
glass.
this man and just shaking him.
Slamming on the glass. You're worse than when Edgeworth wouldn't tell me anything wrong, Jesus Christ! Hey,
Jeez, worse
calm
than
down!
Edgeworth?
Definitely not worse than Edgeworth.
Phoenix is freaking out way more, though. The caps and the exclamation points in this. In Edgeworth, he just kind of, like, accepted that, yeah, he's cool and mysterious.
We're gonna need you to question your own client. No cap.
No promises.
Hey, calm down! Don't get so worked up. Oh, look, we get new thing? Aha!
This blackmail letter. Is this the first one you got?
No, of course not. Everyone knows that blackmail comes in threes, you know, but this is the first one that ever called me out to a specific location. So, did you start receiving blackmail letters after this incident? Yes, just a few days after the tear of a man on heist. Okay, at me's fucking blackmailing. It's at me. There's no question there. He's not fully stupid.
Yeah.
That first letter, it said, I know you did it.
I know what you did last summer.
So
Just
someone
lie to me,
found
there's
out
no
about
other.
Someone found out about your true identity? Just like that?
That's true,
It was
Lekka
worse
too.
than that. They then abducted him, they put him in a shack in the middle of Skyrim, and they had him having to kill one of 3 people that were tied up before him.
Oh no!
Oh my god.
Ron chose
yeah.
the easy way out and just killed all 3.
I mean, his sonic scream would just burst their eardrums and they'd keel over.
We call that a Fusroda where I'm from, but keep going.
It's not easy being a master thief, you know. I've got proof that it was you, so give it up, it went on to say. So, in the end, I had to give up the treasure I went through all that trouble to steal. Is that right? Hey, I'm right! Hang on a second! What do you mean you had to give it up? Oh, don't worry. After I put the jewel in the safe deposit box the letter specified, someone sent me $10,000. No one said anything about me being worried, you know. After that, I started getting the plans in the mail. Oh my god, Atme did make a mask, but it's still raw. Oh my god. I can't with this one.
Plans?
Yes, there is face. I think it's called the Shrieker or something. It's never shown. It's like in the book when Hiccup's reading the book.
What are these plans you're talking about?
They were instructions on how to steal a crown or a painting or some other rare treasure. They showed security blind spots, escape routes, and even suggested training methods.
Damn.
So, you mean that the one who planned the heist wasn't you?
Wait, so technically speaking, if it was Atme is Mask started Mask.
Yeah,
he's not
exactly.
Lying, he's not joking.
He's not
Yeah.
lying.
But like, criminally.
Yeah,
This is so
criminally.
topsy-turvy.
No, it wasn't. I only planned the very first one, and I almost got caught. After that, I received plans from some very kind person. Incredibly detailed plans. I never
Yes,
questioned
Go
it.
here, stand in the doorway with your hands out. Someone will give you some very nice
Hey,
bracelets when
the
you
police
do.
never showed up, so, I just kept trusting him. It didn't really, matter anyway.
It sounds like Mr. Delight is thankful to the person that was blackmailing him.
Oh.
You know Stockholm Syndrome. What the hell is this?
Really,
This is
though.
literally green mailing, though. I made the joke before, but like he's getting paid to do this, but like in like a threatening way.
That is true, ain't it?
Yeah.
It's green mailing. The game knew what they were doing when they colored the envelope that color. They were like, oh, everyone's gonna say
they
blackmail,
do.
but...
Haha.
So, Ron Delight was masked star to mask after all? Well, kind of. Maybe half of it, the face of him, or the mask of him. But someone else is behind the thefts, while Ron is behind the mask, so someone who planned them all out in detail. The mask behind the mask to mask.
Okay, we need a tack board and red string for this case.
All I had to do was deposit the treasures I stole into the safe deposit box. Then I just waited for the cash to come in the mail. Could you try not to look so gleeful about it?
This is crazy.
This is nuts. He
You
is
went after
gaslighted.
the sacred urn because of one of those plans too?
Yeah, but Atme was the mask at the place because he had the two suits. And it was something that was happening. He specifically... Okay. I think we're all on the same page. So Ron tried to be masked star to mask. Failed epically. Atme figured it out right away and went, hold on, if I capture him, I'm only kind of cool. But if I keep getting like the award money for getting all the jewels back, I can keep being super cool and masked star to mask can happen. So okay, I'm gonna work with him, I'm gonna blackmail him, right? Now, he definitely wanted to kill Kane Bullard, right? So his whole plan was to frame Ron and get the urn. So the two questions are, why did he still want the urn so bad? And why did he want Kane Bullard dead? Right? That's where we're at. Because I think we're 100% it was
Yeah.
at me at this point. But why
yeah,
is the question?
We have an answer for that, but
I
also
feel
Why
like
is the question?
Atme
How
was
does
just
Kane
trying to
Bullard
be the best detective.
But
and
why?
So the urn wasn't like particularly valuable in general. It's just that he wanted to have the what's the term? Prestige of solving the case.
But then why did he kill Kane Bullard, though?
I don't know about the Kane Bullard part.
That's the question. Because Atme killed Kane Bullard, and he lured Ron there specifically to frame Ron for it.
It could be. Hold on. It's the reason he did that is so he can clear the loose ends. He got rid of the other accomplice.
So it can be all
He's
him from
framing
now on.
Ron.
And he doesn't want to. He doesn't want the money. Remember, Ron had to pay him this time, right? So he's upset with having to pay Ron now. He wants some of that moolah, you know.
yeah.
I will say, Lakitu, that's a very intimidating block of text with all those stars.
That is
When I
literally
first looked
why
at
he
it.
wrote it like that. It's literally just
I just
to
went
be that
all
way.
intimidation. Rolled intimidation. Success. Beat my
Lakitu
DC.
put the mask over his own comment.
Yeah, really, though. Well, see, the truth is I've never seen this urn. All I did was follow the instructions and steal what I was told to steal. Mr. Delight, is everything you've just told me the truth? Yes, but please don't tell Desi, okay? Oh, we got a testimony. Isn't that an affidavit? Wouldn't that be an affidavit?
Strictly speaking, it's not testimony unless you're in court. That's right.
Yeah.
I don't think it would be either, though, because
Oh,
it's
really?
literally something he told you in confidence. So he doesn't want you to tell people.
Well, but if we wrote it down
Oh.
and he specifically signed it, he specifically just doesn't want me to tell Desi. If I keep her out of
He
court,
wouldn't
I don't
have
think
signed
it's a
it. This
problem.
is not what that would not have happened.
Okay. Ron, one more thing before we go. I wanted to ask you this. Yes, but please don't hurt me. I know there's glass in between, but you got really scary there, Mr. Wright. Mr. Kane Bullard, forget about that. I was just kind of annoyed. There was another guy on the other side of the glass the other time that I really wanted to punch in the face, but you swear that it wasn't you who killed him. Yes, of course. I could never. I'm not lying. All I did was hide his body in the safe. And that wasn't even part of the plan. I was just horrified and wanted to get my grubby little fingers all over the crime scene. But then I was afraid they'd discover what I did. So I turned myself in yesterday.
Why?
I told you because my grubby little fingerprints were all over this dead man's body, and if the judge had ruled I was guilty of a robbery, then I'd have an alibi, right?
I guess so. You're really clever, Mr. Delight.
I guess I have no choice but to take Mr. Delight at his word. Oh, there's Pearl.
Mystic Maya! Hey, Pearly! I'm back!
Hey, Pearls! So, what do you have... So, what have you been up to this whole time?
Pearl's face in response to your line flub. Yep. A sacred urn, Mr. Nick. I took it back to Karain Village to have it examined. I ran all the way. And? What did you find out? Well, there's no need to worry. It said it's the real urn.
Oh. So it was just put
What?
back the wrong... It was just put back together?
Whew, that's a relief. I was really worried.
See, I could see Adrian putting it back together, but I don't know
Put
why
back
the
together
paint...
correctly.
But I don't know why the pink paint is all over it. That's the sus part.
There's one small problem.
The soul is missing! They can tell!
Problem? These cute little pink splotches. They said that it's paint, and that they were put on the urn recently.
Why are we talking about pink splotches again? What's the big deal?
What's the big deal? We gotta find out how they got there. That's the big deal.
Does the pink paint interact with the soul or something? Is there a chemical reaction?
Yes, Mr. Nick, that's exactly what happens. A chemical What the hell was that? I was trying to mispronounce chemical like a child, and then I said it correctly, and it just, wow, fail. Horrible ad-libbing. Anyway, yes, Mr. Nick, we gotta find out how they got there. I was trying to do like the Finding Nemo anemone with chemical, but I couldn't say it wrong.
Can I expose you a little tiny bit?
Why?
Did you say Dylan?
Yeah.
What the fuck? No!
Aw.
You can't just ask me that live and expect me to have any idea what you're about to do to me. So
It had to do with
obviously not.
what Mars just did, where she tried to pronounce the thing wrong, but pronounced it right.
You're scaring me. This could
Okay,
be horrible.
fine. It's not horrible, but fine.
If it has nothing to do with my, like, I
Yeah,
don't
no.
know.
No.
too
It's
ominous.
exposing a thing you do as, like, a person. Like a joke you
Oh.
make, or like a, it's literally
Yeah.
a joke you make. So
Sure.
Dylan does Dylan does a joke where he purposefully, like, what's it called? The spoonerism, where it's like
Yeah.
you switch the first letters of the thing. The first one that comes to my brain that he does is Fapton Calkin for Captain Falcon. And but so what he'll do is he'll do that, and then he'll do it so much that when he goes to try and do it, he actually spoonerisms the spoonerism and puts it back together the right way.
Yeah.
And says the right thing when he meant to say the wrong thing. And that's what it
hilarious.
is. So that's all I can think about.
When you're like, can I expose you a little bit? I'm like,
No,
you're
I'm
about to
sorry.
drop my
I
social
meant-
security
no.
number on.
Just one of them. Just one of them. There is a number between 0 and 9, It's just one of them. That's a little exposed. No. I meant like something you do, like ridiculous. That's what I mean. Oh, okay. We'll find out how they got there. Please don't forget about me, though, right?
You're a very hard person to forget.
I'll wail all the way from here. All right. I feel like that's a cue to go talk with Adrian Andrews. Weenix
Weenix
Fright. Dylan, there's another spoonerism you do all the time. Do you remember what it is? I can't remember what it is.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Okay. Yeah, the only one that came to mind was Fapton Calkin. Basement warehouse.
Wasteman Bearhouse.
Oh my god, am I gonna be talking to me again? Jesus. I'm glad Dylan has 2 whole games of this. Oh god. This is why I don't voice characters.
Why am I even here?
I
Do you
don't
guys
know.
even need me?
Yeah, you did. You did all the
leave.
at me. You did all the at me. You did so
I
much at
know.
me.
I'm just saying. If
At
you...
me.
We
And
need
Gumshoe.
you. And ad-libbing. You can talk more.
I'm good. We're good.
All right. I hate that, Nicole. Weedings. You.
No. No.
Oh god, I have to remember her name. Her name? Her voice.
Hi, Mason.
Oh, Pearl.
Hi, Amazement.
How nice to see you.
Hello there.
I haven't seen you around lately. What have you been up to?
Well, actually, I was having this urn examined.
Oh, I see. Maybe if we take another good look at this urn, we can figure out the mystery of what actually happened here.
Next,
Music really
let's
picks
look
up.
around one more time.
Oh my god, can we talk to you? Oh shit, she has a thing. I forgot she had a thing.
I think we have to look around first, because then
Yeah,
we'll
I know.
have
Well, I was gonna present.
something.
Okay. Nope, nope, nope. Jesus Christ. Look at the box.
And
This box! There's something about it that's bothering me.
that's the box that the sacred urn was in.
That you made, Maya.
It looks like there's some pink paint on it, too. And it's definitely the same color as the stuff on the urn.
I think I know how the paint got on it now.
All right. Let's investigate again, Nick.
Alright. And then, that's not paint. Slide to the right.
Not.
It's not paint I can click on. It looks like it's been dry for several days.
There's something suspicious about this paint mark. The bottom left part of it is shaped oddly, and it's shockingly pink.
See, out of all of the things in this case, I do recall this whole thing. Yet they're like, you should investigate it again.
It's like they thought you would forget. This.
But out of
And
all
it's like,
the
no,
things
this
I
one was
remember,
pretty memorable.
this one's pretty memorable.
Mr. Nick, could it be that this odd shape is?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure this is it.
That's the box the sacred urn was in.
Okay, they're finally putting the pieces together, though, Jesus. If you look
We
here...
were on what? Step 20, and they were
Yeah.
on step 5.
Yeah, literally. There's a little bit of paint on the box as well.
Wow, you're right. Look, it matches.
Oh my god. Damn, Jesus Christ.
They really needed.
They
like,
really
felt the
spelled
need
this
to
one
spell
out.
out that
Oh
one.
god. Oh
I
no.
don't know why.
Dylan's BRB and Gumshoe's gonna, like, pop up. That's what's gonna happen. Or at me. It's gonna be terrible.
What is it, Mr. Nick?
This is all turning out exactly as I thought it would.
All according to Keikaku.
Todo de acuerdo el plan. I think it's all starting to become clear. Oh yeah, it's all coming together. We're that much closer to solving the mystery of what happened to the urn. Okay, so we're solving like 2 mysteries at once?
Don't we always do that?
I don't think we always do that. Yeah, that's the sign thing. I don't really care about the sign thing. Is this paint?
We are constantly solving 2 mysteries at once. The
Do you wanna
first
click
is
on
the
the
murder.
obvious
The second is a will we won't we with Edgeworth.
A plot.
That
plot.
is the biggest mystery. Like, Phoenix
Okay.
took to it already.
I'm gonna click on the statue one more time because it was over there, and then I think we might have enough for Adrian Andrews, maybe? I don't know. I don't
think
remember what her
so.
things were. The statue wasn't where it is now when we first came in here, right? I'm right.
Yeah, it was right next to the door, wasn't it? Not you, right? That right.
Well, if someone moved it, it was probably mask store to mask.
Maybe he didn't like being watched by Mystic Ami when he stole the urn.
Hey, cut it out! You're giving me the creeps with that kind of talk. All right,
Good,
I
then
think
it's working.
I think I want to. Or do you just want to present?
No, present Magatama.
Yeah, that's what we gotta do.
That's how we unlock.
Present Magatama. Take that!
Left. Take that! Crisscross! Dun, dun.
Alrighty. Miss Andrews, do you know anything about the sacred urn? Do I know anything? I'm in charge of the entire treasure exhibit. The urn was submitted before the court today. It's obviously not the same urn as before. Well, that's true. Maybe it isn't the same. It could be a fake. A fake! You're the one who said it wasn't the same, so that's the most obvious explanation. Do you have any evidence that the urn that was submitted at the trial is genuine? Do we have the urn now?
We have
It's
the
the
urn now.
genuine
It's
article.
The genuine article. Bingo bongo.
Take that! Sorry to break it to you, but the urn is the genuine article. Pearls went back to Karain Village and had it examined. Is that right? That's nice, but I don't see how. What she discovered was that the urn had been broken again. Oh my god, no. How many times?
There is no soul left in this urn.
Did you
There never
say, again? Yes, it was broken once, a year ago. And now it looks like the same thing has happened. And quite recently, too. Recently? Are you saying that this urn was broken again recently? Yes, that's exactly what I'm saying. Didn't you hear me? Why do you think it was broken recently? How do you know?
'Cause it's
Covered
back
in
together the
pink
right.
splotches.
It's back together the right way.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that too. I would just present the urn again.
Okay. It's covered in pink
Right?
splotches? I guess you're right.
That's what I'm leaning towards.
Take that! The music didn't stop, though.
Ah!
So, Mr. Wright. Why do you think it was broken recently again? Well, because, I just think so. It's the page where it's the wrong way on the flyer.
Oh, okay.
That's what it has to be. Sorry, that's not a valid explanation.
Well, we'll have one in a minute. That was a practice round.
The hunter has become the hunted. Well, it was broken.
Oh my god.
Okay, Ori, come see me after my CF. I can help you with
No.
Oh!
I can speak normally.
What the fuck laugh was that?
I swear, it was crying. I'm sad. Well, it was broken recently. Come on, you know it. I'm not willing to yield to you on this point. Get a grip, please. Now, I'll ask you one more time, Mr. Wright. Why do you think it was broken recently? How would you know? This one. Nope, this one.
Mm-mm.
See how it's wrong?
Yep.
That's
I
it.
am. Okay.
Take that! Music stopped!
I kinda forgot
This
we had
poster!
that.
It was made recently, right? A poster? Ah, the poster for the exhibit. At the time when this photo was taken, the urn said I am on it. But now, for some mysterious reason, it says Amy, Ami, however they say it. When the urn was fixed, the letters were transposed. Ah! I am. What does that even mean? I don't
Great
know
question.
anything about that. I
It means
wasn't.
the little girl had no idea how to spell.
I wasn't even here when the photo for this poster was taken. That was a mistake. Now, tell the truth. Wait. 4? Even if the urn was broken, I had nothing to do with it. Yes, that's it. It must have been one of the people at the photo shoot. They probably dropped it. I'm sure that's what happened. It looks like she's not gonna give it up, that last psyche lock, so... Oh god. It said 1 a.m. Lakitu, it did. It looks like she's not going to give up that last psyche lock so easily. Do you have any proof that the urn was broken here at Lordly Taylor? This
Okay,
now.
I feel like this is the paint
I think
splotch.
that has to be the paint splotch, this one.
Yeah.
Take that! Yes! Well, Miss Andrews, what is this supposed to mean?
The music
There.
stopped. It means
It did.
it's correct.
That is true. There is pink paint all over this urn. And there is pink paint all over the floor and the walls of this basement warehouse. In other words, this urn was broken here. You can't weasel out of this one, Miss Andrews. But... Uh-oh, she's trying to make her escape.
Weasel
But-
noises, weasel noises. That is not a weasel from this planet.
It's a weasel from somewhere.
I'm not disputing it's not the, you're like Squeak. I can't wait for the weaselologist in chat to just fucking mauled.
I'm so sweaty right now. Oh god.
What the fuck? Wait, is that what weasels are like? Are you doing a good job?
Yeah, I'm doing a fantastic job.
Weasels.
Most
sweaty.
noise.
Unable to sweat. You have failed!
Ah! The psyche lock broken! Alright. But you can't get pink paint anywhere. Well,
Wait,
there's...
you can.
Oh, you can? But you can get pink paint anywhere. Well, there's none in my office, that's for sure. Well, there is in my room. Liar! Anyway, the paint on the urn and the paint on the floor, there's no proof that it's the same paint. Come on, this is getting ridiculous. The proof linking the paint on the urn to the paint on the floor is the box.
The box.
Present! Take that!
It
this
had to
box.
come into play.
The urn was stored in this, right? I'm right. Yes, that's right, and you're right. Well, there's pink paint on this
And
box as
also
well.
right.
I think you already know where I'm going with this, don't you? Yes, more or less.
You've painted me into a corner.
I've caught you pink-handed! The paint on the floor has an odd shape imprinted on it, doesn't it? Yes.
Oh my god,
What?
the paint shape is pogging. Open it up
What?
again when you can next.
Okay, I will.
Okay.
If you put this box into the impression in the paint, you can see it fits perfectly. Which means this box was dropped right over there. And that is when the urn was broken. Your name does you justice, Mr. Attorney.
You could have pressed the court record and you didn't.
Oh, could I have? I was gonna do it right now.
Alright, go ahead.
Oh,
The two splotches in the top left, those are
Oh,
eyes.
I
And the
see
right
it.
angle of the
It's
mouth is
terrible.
pog
I
paint.
see it.
I see
I
it.
see
This
it.
should be an emote, the pog paint emote.
Oh my god.
I'd use it.
I'll screenshot it right now.
We got any pog paint in chat?
I'm screenshotting it for later. Whoops. There it is. For later. Alright. Let's talk about the Sacred Urn and hopefully get Dylan some voice lines in this stream. I'm so sorry. I was the one the one who broke the urn. Boy, does this make me feel like some sort of evil school teacher. I don't even carry a ruler everywhere. We've established that. I'm a terrible person. Not only did I break it, but I tried to hide what I did.
Well, that's not so hard to understand, isn't it, Pearly? No, not at all. I know just how she feels.
It happened about 2 weeks ago, just after the poster photo was taken. On the same day the urn arrived here. I thought I'd put it away down here for safekeeping. I was carrying it in the box.
Oh,
Ah!
jeez.
When I tripped on a paint can and lost my balance, the box I was carrying crashed to the ground. I heard a terrible noise, and I thought my heart was going to stop.
Yeah,
Fearing...
who left all these paint cans here?
Really, though, just everywhere. Fearing the worst, I opened the lid of the box, and that's when it happened.
Oh, she opened it the wrong way.
The broken pieces of the urn fell out of the box and landed right in the paint. I was in shock, and I let out a huge scream.
I love the camera angle.
Of course.
You know, for falling into paint, it's amazing that that font looks as like legible as it does.
Yeah, it is true.
Did she have to retouch up the fucking
Oh my god, that'd be
lettering?
hilarious.
Oh,
Is
if
that
she
why it looks
did,
slightly
That
weird?
would be hilarious.
It is different, like,
Yeah.
definitely.
I could totally see how that could have happened.
Yeah, as clumsy as she is, I'm sure Maya understands. Well, I knew it was the most important treasure of all in Karain village, so I tried as hard as I could to fix it. Fortunately, the shards were pretty big.
Like they've been broken before.
Yeah, really though.
And that's when the I am got changed to Ami?
I didn't know how it was originally written, but any sane person fixing it would have assumed it said Ami.
It was actually Mia.
Oh my god, Jesus Christ. There's too many.
Any sane person? Really?
Any sane, literate person. Oh,
Don't worry, children
Pearls.
aren't persons.
Oh. She wasn't very good at spelling. I don't think she is either now, but
It's a 3-letter word.
anyway, I put the urn into the storeroom, and no one had seen it since then. Blah.
But there's something I don't get. When we
Pog
first
paint.
came here, I didn't see any paint stains.
Hold on.
Or Pog paint.
Hold on. Look at this. I gotta check something. There's no paint on that box.
No, there isn't.
But there's paint on the floor. That's weird. Maybe he's hiding it under his arm. Because I knew there was no paint on the box, but there is paint on the floor. So never mind.
Oh! Sorry. Oh!
It's not gonna go away!
That's the Pog paint.
I get it. Well, that's because it was so ugly and embarrassing. I used the golden statue to cover it. The Amy Faye statue! Aha! You sound like you're dying when you do it. Oh, like he's melting on the floor.
I'm just describing what the Pog paint is making the noise.
So the Pog paint is dying by melting on the floor.
Arguably everyone's dying all the time.
That's true, Lakitu. It's the first time that... No. The first time that we came down here, it was on the night that the sacred urn was stolen.
The sacred urn.
The sacred stern was stolen.
What is happening tonight?
Pain.
But, Mr. Nick... There were no paint marks on the walls or floor of the warehouse when we were here.
It was covered up. Well, there's a good reason for that. On the day of the crime, around noon, that golden statue just happened to arrive from the mountain training hall.
And?
I realized that the statue would be the perfect size for covering up the paint stains. That's why I put it where you first saw it.
I see. Oh, now it makes perfect sense.
But there's still one thing I find strange.
What is it, Pearl?
The day after the urn was stolen, we came here again. At that time, the statue had been moved and the paint was clearly visible.
There it is. I was waiting for that. She's right about that. Well, Miss
All right,
Andrews.
Chad, it's gonna happen a lot.
Huh? What? I don't know anything about that. I placed it there to cover up the paint, so why would I move it again?
Well, then who was it? Who would have done it and why? Hi, at me.
Yep. On the day before the theft, the statue was definitely closer to the door. Then the next day, it was moved. But why? Okay, interesting. It looks like there's some connection between the sacred urn and the murder case.
Why? Why do you think so, Nick?
Exactly, Enthuse. Exactly. Get the ugly statue out of my shot. It's gonna be in the newspapers. Because that night, the real thief, Ron Delight, was at KB Security. So then why did another mask start a mask show up here? A lot of different things are pointing to one undeniable fact.
One undeniable fact?
The murder trial is starting tomorrow, but it looks like that thief is going to be making another appearance. What?
I'm sorry, didn't we determine that was at me?
Oh, Dylan, you get to be Godot, maybe. Yeah,
I'm
see?
very confused now.
We're going into court?
I thought we
It's okay.
determined who that masked star Damask was. It was at me.
Mars. We have Enthuse, we have you, Confuse.
Yeah, very much. Hey, Nick!
What is it this time?
You won't believe how many people are here for the trial.
Well, it is a murder case.
What are you talking about? They're here for the trial next door.
What?
Oh fuck.
Next door?
Why don't you know this, Nick? They're having Detective Atme's trial today.
I'm kind
Oh,
of in the
shit.
middle of something. Detective Atme.
Wait a second, you mean there are other attorneys that aren't Phoenix
There's
or
well, I'm not
Edgeworth
defending
in this
Atme.
series?
Well, we know there's other than Edgeworth. We've had Von Karma and Godot.
Yes, I
mean-
know,
And
but I
Payne.
didn't want to list all of them.
It's totally possible Atme is going pro se for himself.
Oh, he does seem the kind of guy, doesn't he?
They say they're going to try him
Abso-fucking-lutely.
as Masked Star Damask.
It is Lakitu. Already? That was fast. Well, I guess stuff does move pretty fast here, doesn't it?
Yeah, you really should be used to that button now. Boy, I don't remember what my line said.
I'm sorry. Okay, I know. Who is this? By the way, where's Pearls?
Oh, she went back home. She said she can't neglect her training anymore.
I know.
Oh my what?
I know you don't like me. Who is this? Pearls has really gotten into her training lately, huh?
Yeah. Ever since, well, that incident last year.
Okay, it was Ron.
Oh, thank God.
I knew.
I'm really scared.
I know you don't like me. Please don't ignore me.
That sounded like different personality, Ron, though, I gotta say.
The red
Sounded
text.
like that other personality was coming out. Oh, yeah! That sounded way more, like, upfront than he usually does.
Alright.
Oh, Mr. Delight, good morning.
I feel like the red text is tainting your image of it.
It totally is.
Oh, most
Yeah.
definitely.
Mars is just seeing red.
Literally. The
No,
red was just
literally.
identified as Ron because of his red hair, you know?
No,
No,
there
no
will
one,
be a breakdown coming.
no one
It'll be
likes
you.
me. No one would notice me, even if I killed someone.
I could go down to Fifth Avenue and shoot someone and no one would care.
No one would even notice. Senpai, notice me.
Come on, don't be silly. People would definitely notice that. Oh, wait a sec.
You don't mean you're the murderer? No. I'm just a poor thief. Like, actually poor because my wife drains me dry. But no, wait, that's not right.
Hello?
A thief can't really be.
No,
Oh.
Mars, no!
You were thinking it.
Actually, I was too distracted by a pun I was going to make.
Oh, well.
So Mars
Puns
did
took
it for
precedent
you.
Over innuendos? I'm surprised.
You shouldn't be surprised. You should know me by now.
Now let's see.
Oh,
According to Mr. Delight, from his second crime on, he was following a bunch of set plans. Plans that someone had been sending him to help him commit the heists.
You really think there's a connection between the thief and the murder, Nick?
It's possible, but today's trial is a race against the clock.
Huh? How come? Let's just take our time like always.
I'm afraid that's not an option.
What?
We're getting there, Enthuse. It's coming. Just a lot of art that has to come with it. Oh my god, we're going right into it. There he is. There you are,
he
Dylan.
is,
No.
the judge.
No. My throat is sad today.
Court is now in session for the trial of Mr. Ron Delight.
The defense is ready, Your Honor.
You are ready? Preparation is the last refuge of the week.
What?
It's weak to be prepared?
That's actually really funny.
Yeah? Why?
What?
I was just at a trial, not mine, and one of the lawyers there was talking about how, like, oh, I totally got it, everything's fine. I don't even need to prepare. And he lost.
He didn't
So
have
there's
it.
that.
It was not
That's
fine.
He lost.
Oh my god.
So that was a lie.
Yeah, I mean, listen.
Well then.
He tried the Phoenix Wright method and it did
It
not
only
work.
works for Phoenix. And Phoenix is still
Yeah.
rather prepared. He's not fully unprepared.
He's definitely not preparing his statements, but he
No,
does
that is
have
true.
the evidence.
He has all the evidence.
Okay. The hell, that is not the judge's voice.
Well
Okay, settle down, everyone. Let's begin with your opening statement, Mr. Godot.
Ugh, he's got the judge in the palm of his hand, yet again. As long as the...
I'm literally
uh,
just following court procedure.
This is in my head, but as long as the freaking, prosecutor is handsome and the judges just do whatever you want.
Oh, jeez, what the fuck?
I won't deny that.
Ron Delight is simply too young to be sent to war. That's all.
What?
Mm,
No, thank you.
I'm afraid I have no idea what that means, Mr. Godot.
Neither do I.
Then you need to get up more, Your Honor.
Well, I would if these trials actually wrapped up on time.
Life is war. But that is exactly why you must be more precise in your wording. Whooshing! That's all my statement means. You understand now, right?
I'm
No.
right.
I mean, yes. Well then, let me briefly summarize the details of this case.
Wow, the judge is taking charge like he knows what's going on for a change. Damn.
The victim is Kane Bullard, CEO of KB Security.
Is this character
I almost
growth?
said company
Oh,
security.
God.
His body was found in a safe at approximately 9 a.m. on the morning of the 13th. However, the time of death was estimated as 1 a.m.
Oh
of
my
the
God.
previous day.
Do you think that we could hear, if Atmi's next door, do we think we could hear him through the wall, just maniacally laughing at any
Absolutely.
point
We'll
in
just be
time?
minding our own
With that
business, and all of a sudden he'd be like,
goblin
Zavani!
Echoes
Like,
through the wall.
Anyway,
He doesn't say objection, he just says Zavari.
Somebody.
And that's when our little Lord Kitten dropped the ball. The little Lord Kitten is, of course, the defendant.
He is like a kitten.
Mm-hmm.
Very well then, Mr. Godot. Please call your first witness.
Dylan, you thought Hosa was a soft boy? Ron Delight is the softest boy.
Coffee. I never drink more than 17 cups of coffee during any given trial,
Oh my god.
but the first one is always the best.
See, Dylan, we had to save you for this moment. You know, we had to do a lot of lead up here so we could just break you out as a piece de resistance.
Coffee.
As he slurps, right? It's like Pokemon who say their name as their, like, call, right? Godot says what he's eating or
Godot's just
drinking
like,
as he does so.
Coffee.
Coffee. What is he eating? Croissant. Croissant.
Your Honor, you were saying?
Mr. Godot, your coffee addiction your side. Please call your witness.
Your Honor, I was hoping everyone in this courtroom could be witness to my new coffee batch. But for another time. Okay then. Let's hear what the defendant, Mr. Ron Delight, has to say for himself.
The defendant. Well, Mr. Wright, does the defense have any objections?
Yes, all the objections! This is bad! Don't know! Bad! Ron, stop! Go back in your cage!
Wow, Phoenix.
He's wearing a circus uniform.
I don't know if you want to say that in the middle of the court, son.
Ooh,
I mean, it may be a bit of a disadvantage having the defendant
Whoa.
testify, but...
Pause. Big disadvantage. So, guys, IRL. Defendants, you might think, testify a lot. Because, you know, they want to give their side of things. But 80% of defendants, approximately, don't testify. And it's not because they don't want to. They almost all want to. It's because their lawyer convinces them it's a terrible idea.
And it is.
Literally.
It's a bad
In
idea.
that last trial I was just watching, the defense attorney not only spent days trying to massage his client into accepting that testifying is a bad idea, but they had like protracted texting disagreements, like into the very wee hours of the morning. And then after the trial was about to start in the morning, the defense attorney is like, Your Honor, I need to spend more time arguing with my client not to testify. Can we have like an hour recess? Literally. Because he was just trying to pressure his client not to take the stand. And it's not just because of anything else besides the fact most times when the defendant takes the stand, the prosecutor gets to pull out special weapons that they would not otherwise be able to use. There's a bunch of evidence the prosecutor knows.
Missile.
And it's true. No, not missile. But they can't use it unless the defendant, quote unquote, opens the door. And that's the legal term of art. But literally, the second the defendant testifies a little too far, just a little bit, well, all of a sudden the prosecutor can like just hit him with everything.
The
like,
floodgates.
oh, didn't you do this crime? Like, you know, this, all this other shit. And otherwise it wouldn't have come in the trial at all. So, not only does the defendant risk telling a lie, having the jury not believe them, and just looking like an idiot, but also
As
all
one
this
is
extra
wont to
shit,
do.
which wouldn't come in.
Yes, Drow, they are. Thank you. Alrighty. It is a big disadvantage. I remember when
now.
Mia was defending me! And I testified! That was a bad choice. She was a really terrible choice, if I'm being honest. She allowed me to testify so she could do the cross-examination. She put a lot of trust in me back then, and I don't trust Ron as far as I can throw him, which is probably pretty far, because he's kind of scrawny and pretty light, but we have
So
no
that means
objections!
you trust him a lot.
Apparently, because I have no objections, Your Honor. The defense will allow Mr. Delight to testify. Ugh.
What the fuck? You've got guts? Try.
Technically, I can't stop him if he wanted to, so, you know.
What the fuck?
Mm.
In reality, the prosecutor wouldn't call the defendant. The defense attorney would.
Mm.
So,
Mm.
if they were going to testify at all, it'd be like that.
All right then, Mr. Ron Delight, please take the stand.
Well, that's why it's okayer in this universe, because I always cross-examine, no matter who calls the witness. So I always have the upper hand there, I guess.
Yeah, in this weird, bizarro universe, that is
Yeah.
true.
Yes.
Crazy, noisy, bizarre town.
You did it, didn't you?
No, but
Yes!
Damn it!
yes. No. That's not true. You have to specify what I did exactly.
Hmm.
And this is why I shouldn't have gone with my gut.
For a moment there, I thought we'd set the record for the shortest trial ever.
Von Karma would have liked that,
Oh,
wouldn't
I
he?
could only hope. Well, Mr. Delight already looks pretty guilty with the face he's making.
I don't think so, Enthuse, no. And
The
once he
shortest
opens
trial
up...
ever, Your Honor.
Mhm.
I believe it took the case when they prosecuted that dwarf.
So,
Oh my
so
god.
Dylan, what would happen if someone just went, "You did it, didn't you?" And the person just said, "Yes." It was just like, okay, well, we got confession, trial over. I feel like you need more than that.
It kind of depends. There are a number of situations where someone's confession is enough to convict them. You need some sort of independent corroboration. But that's a state thing. That's not a federal thing.
Mm.
Because the way Godot just did this is like a guy who killed Kane say, "What? What? Got him! He did it!"
Yeah, literally.
Literally.
Guilty boy say what? What?
Oh my
Yeah,
god.
in real life, the prosecutor who calls a witness can't lead. They have to
Yeah.
ask open questions.
Hmm.
So this
So-
would
So
be bad
something
there
like,
too, Enthuse,
"You
you're
did it,
right.
didn't you?" Not very open.
No,
huh?
no. It wouldn't work.
You can
Yeah,
ask a question like, talk
100%.
about whether or not you did the crime. That would be allowed.
You know, that would be a wild Ace Attorney, like, mechanic, though. If I had to physically, there was, like, a key that any point I could object, and I had to know.
You have to go to law school.
Yeah,
to
I have to go to
play
law
the game,
school.
yeah.
Exactly. And once he opens his big mouth, he'll probably put the last nail in his own coffin. Do I get paid either way?
No.
Well, as a defense attorney, you actually do.
Look at that.
But being Phoenix, you don't.
I don't get paid if I
being
win.
Phoenix, you don't get paid either way. That's right,
Yeah.
pro bono. But it's actually illegal to only be paid if you win as a defense attorney.
Hmm.
Can't do it. It's called a contingent fee
Interesting.
or a contingency fee. Not a thing for criminal cases. All right. Very well. Now then, can you tell me something? If you didn't kill Booyah, then why did you go to KB security?
Well, that's kind of hard to say. Boy, I wish I could go home to my destiny.
Now then, let's hear some testimony about what happened.
Oh, well, that evening, around 1 a.m., I went to
Thank
see
you.
Mr. Bullard in his office at KB Security. The blackmail or green mail letter that I got, it ordered me to go there. Well, I guess this time it was blackmail because I had to pay them, so that, you know. But I'd been working for KB Security until about a year ago, so I knew where his office was. I didn't need a map or anything.
1 a.m. That's the exact time the murder took place.
There we get washed away by the tides of fate. The strong drink it up. It's bitter today too, just like my destiny.
Why is your destiny bitter?
You'd never know that from the way he's chugging it down.
This man's heart must be made of steel. 17 cups of coffee during a trial? Like, oh my god.
Yeah.
His bladder, too. Jesus.
Mr. Wright, your cross-examination, if you please.
Ding.
I don't please. Oh, it's actually, yeah. It's literally there's these little things called the ethics rules as a
Mhm.
lawyer, and it's a violation of the ethics rules to cross-examine your own client. So
Well,
this is not allowed.
I should be debarred. Haha. Hoo-hoo.
Jabari!
Debarred! Well, I guess we're just pressing everything. That's what we do here.
Yeah,
Hold it!
Just see if we can get more out of him.
1 a.m., huh? Is that different from 1 a.m.? Are you absolutely sure about that? Yes, that's what my watch said at least when I was entering the CEO's office. No. Actually, I'm not really sure. My watch was slow and my internal clock was also a bit...
1 a.m. That's the exact time the victim, Mr. Bullard, was murdered, correct?
It's too late for a coffee date, that's for sure.
Yeah, decaf.
Yeah, why not?
No, because he's dead.
Hold
with
it!
both of
Oh,
you.
I see.
Yeah.
Coffee would wake him up, restart his heart.
Could
He
you imagine?
doesn't- that's why he wears the mask
You're
when
just
I
in
Don't think
the
that's
ER.
how that works.
You're shot. There's a hole in your chest. You're just in the ER, and the doctor's like, "Caffeine, stat, quick!"
Coffee! Someone go to the cafeteria.
Well, that's a
Did
question.
you bring this man a latte? He needs at least a double espresso, or he's fucked.
But Dylan, Nicole has a
5 cups
question.
of syrup.
Is unplanned restroom breaks allowed in court?
That's a good question. So, the real answer is it's up to the judge, but I'll even say 10 times out of 10, the judge is gonna play ball because he doesn't really want to do his job either. So
So he'll let you go whenever he wants?
typically the judges have to pee too. They're
Oh,
drinking
that's
coffee
true.
all day because it's really boring for them.
I see. It ordered you there? It was the first time I'd gotten an actual blackmail letter. Usually I get the green mail letters that ordered me to go somewhere.
Does that mean you've gotten other blackmail letters then?
Oh, of course. They say things like, steal this or take that. Hold it! Why don't you save those for later, Mr. Delight? Please don't say
Objection.
anymore.
You can't cut off a witness like that.
Now what should I do? I mean, we press harder. Always press harder. So, what did the blackmail letter in question say? It said bring $50,000.
50? Wow. He did 5 highs for 10 grand.
Yeah.
And the last one it's pay me 50. It's
Pay
like,
me
well,
back.
fuck.
Damn it, Desi spent all
Damn.
that money already. Where am I supposed to get it?
Yes, I gotta go
Money?
steal some
Eh?
more.
A perfect motive for committing a murder.
Oh, but wait! I never intended to pay that money anyway. I'm
Oh.
totally not incriminating myself here.
Is that right?
I mean, after all, he had nothing to hold over my head, so I had nothing to be afraid of.
An important point indeed.
Except for all that shit he had to hold over your head. Besides that, he had nothing on you.
Well, he also hit me over the head with something, so maybe that counted. He held something over my head to hit me with it, I guess.
So that means he literally had something over your head. Then, didn't he?
Exactly, yes.
Yeah. Figuratively and literally.
Witness, let's have that added to your testimony.
Yes, sir. A muddy mudskipper in outer space has a better chance of surviving than I do.
I'm sorry.
Why a mud skipper?
I don't know.
What does that
I don't know.
mean?
It means what you think it means.
I don't know what a mud skipper is.
It's a fish. It's a
It's
fish.
a type of fish.
All right, but is it the type of fish that can breathe in space?
It's a
No.
type of fish that I believe can breed water. Oh, is it an axolotl? It's just an axolotl? Interesting. Well, the blackmail threat didn't scare me. It wasn't going to cause me any trouble or anything. Hold it!
Lamau.
Just what were you being blackmailed about anyway?
The blackmail letter said, if you don't want your identity revealed, correct?
I'm sure it was referring to the whole mask star to mask thing. But I wasn't worried. Mr. Bullard didn't have anything on me.
He didn't?
Anyway, I don't care what anyone says about me, just as long as Desi believes in me. So, that's why Miss Delight didn't believe that he was mask star to mask. That's why I knew they were just hollow threats. Alright. Press. Hold it! You used to be a security chief for KB Security, right? Yes, that's right. You're right.
A security chief? You?
I have quite the sonic scream.
And yet, a year ago, you were fired without notice. Revenge for an old grudge. A perfect motive for murder, wouldn't you say?
This isn't good. Maybe I can change the subject.
Why was he fired?
Yeah,
That's
What
what,
was he
I'm
fired
wondering.
out of?
a cannon. Into the Big Berry Circus.
How is he
Mr.
alive?
Delight, please tell us why you were fired from your job. Well,
The world is filled with those who have said, I wish I had never asked that.
okay,
Because you-
then I take it back.
Defendant, please answer the question.
You know what's really funny?
I-
In real life, you actually can take it back before
Oh
they
my
answer.
god, that's hilarious.
Oh wow.
That's amazing.
You just say withdrawn, and the court reporter deletes the last thing you wrote, and the witness isn't supposed to answer.
Oh my god, that's amazing.
Have you? You probably have heard me say withdrawn.
Oh,
already,
I've
right?
heard you say it. I didn't realize that was like
Yeah,
like
that's a thing.
that's
An
where you
official
could do it.
thing.
Dang.
yeah.
All right. Nope, that was gonna be Phoenix voice. That's not what we want.
I
well, I needed money.
You needed money.
Well, you see, Desi loves to spend it. It's kind of her hobby.
Basically the best hobby in the world, huh, Nick?
I mean, if I had money to spend, I'd be having
Retail
that hobby.
therapy, man. I'm telling you.
I don't think this is true, but it'd be really funny if Desi knew he was a thief and she was spending it immediately to get rid of it to like charity and shit.
That would be beautiful, though.
That would be very funny.
My salary wasn't nearly enough, so I stole data from the company. Come again? KP Security has a lot of info on all sorts of companies, and since I was a security team chief,
You stole some data and sold it.
but that's only, well, it might be a felony if it amount was high, but Mrs. Bullard found out and I was fired immediately. What? I wish I had never asked that! Money! I was somehow able to keep it a secret and made it seem like I had quit on my own.
What is it, Nick? You don't look so good.
Turns to Ash.
Mm-hmm.
Someone who brings harm to their company is fired as punishment. You do well to remember that.
I'm the company? Am I firing me?
Wow, he sure told you.
ETFO.
So, you admit that you stole data from your company. Is that correct?
Yes, I'm sorry.
Apology forgiven. Court adjourned.
Oh,
Not guilty.
very well then.
We forgive
Your Honor,
you.
the people would like to amend their complaint to add.
Oh no.
This is a very important fact. Please add it to your testimony.
You kind of just fucking did.
Oh man, I'm both at the same time. Oh yeah. Oh
What the
man,
fuck?
this whole thing took a big turn for the worse. Crashed and blew up. It's
Yikes.
gonna take the jaws of life to rip this case from the clutches of disaster. Look at all these car crash metaphors. No, what my flub before was that I was doing Phoenix's like voice with the Ron accent, and it was bad.
With the Ron
It kinda
accent or the
sounded like a
Ron?
demented
With
clown.
both. He fired me for selling company secrets, but Desi
Ooh.
doesn't know about that.
Funny
Hold
story,
it!
Aragorn.
Oh, what?
Aragorn said you get declared not guilty for apologizing. Grabs knife. Cops are allowed to lie to you, and so literally, I've met cops, and they have said that they went to defendants. They're like, listen, the victim's willing to drop the charges if you just write an "I'm sorry" note, okay? Just write it, sign it, date it, would deliver it to the victim, and case closed. And they would do that, get a confession, and then use that to prosecute them. It's bullshit
Damn.
because you can get innocent people
Wow.
to think they're gonna get away with something that didn't actually happen. So no harm,
That
no
is just
foul.
like might be
So
easier just to write this
it's
apology
super
and leave.
fucking dangerous and
Damn.
totally horrific. But cops have done that. So
But it's a lie. It's not an actual getting away. Ugh.
it could be a lie. It could be that they actually did it. But the fact that you don't know is why you shouldn't ever risk that.
Yeah.
I don't think that's legal now. I believe there was a Supreme Court case about it. But
That's
at the
good.
time the cop did it, it was legal.
Once upon a time it was legal. Ew.
Yeah.
Gross. Why would you do something like that? Well, for Desi's hobby, shopaholicism, whatever. What else? Wasting money, huh? It's not a waste
It's real dopamine.
for her, and I just love her.
And then he gets dopamine from her getting dopamine.
After a big spending, I'm gonna stop actually. Never mind.
So, Miss Delight doesn't know that her husband was fired, does she?
So it would seem.
I'm not I'm Beth. What the
See,
hell
it's not
did
just
I
me.
say?
I'm not Wichita.
I'm not blah, 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 blah. Okay.
Wow, she's a one of a kind.
I'm not sure what to think about couples who keep secrets like that from each other.
Okay, incredibly quick side tangent. The job I used to work at, I made essentially house calls to people. So they would call the company, they would set up an appointment, like in real life with a person, not on the internet. They would have to make a phone call, and then they would make an appointment time, and I would go to their house at their appointment time. And usually what would happen is that one of the two spouses would make the appointment, and then specifically knowing they would not be there, and then they would then have their spouse who was there not know anything about it. So I'm showing up to this person's house for an appointment. Multiple houses did this constantly. And they're like, why are you here? Who are you? I don't know anything. And it's like, you made an appointment. What do you want from me? They just never tell the spouse. It's so wild. I can't believe it. This case has gotten even Maya to think seriously about couples. Ugh.
Please try to stay focused, Mr. Wright.
Oh, but I'm thinking about couples now. I mean,
You and Edgeworth gotta learn not to keep secrets from each other.
I don't mean to. But he then won't talk about his evidence, so I can't show him the evidence. Even if I wave it in his face, he's like, Phoenix, you never showed me this before.
There wasn't much to his testimony, was there?
Sounds like he's avoiding something. At least, that's what it sounds like to me.
Uh-oh. I've got a bad feeling about this. We'd better be careful.
But if we don't find a way to make him spill the beans, we'll never get closer to the truth.
Yeah.
Okay, the only contradiction I'm seeing is that in the court record, so where is it? This one. The threat didn't scare me. We have this. Where is it? This. This was Kane's list, and this specifically talks about the stuff.
I think it's
That's the
gonna
only thing
come
I
out.
know.
What about the other new line? Because there were 2 added to this
Yeah, so
testimony,
that was
right?
one new line. This was the other new
Fired
line.
me
He
for
fired,
selling
but
company-
Desi doesn't know about that.
But there's nothing we can present on
I don't
that.
have any contradictions there. The only thing I have was that this whole thing was about,
Yeah, he was scared. He didn't
Yeah.
want that stuff coming to light. I think we gotta.
Oh, shit, that's not what I wanted to do. I clicked press. What?
Objection.
Joke.
I'm afraid that reason isn't going to hold up anymore.
Wait, did I not press that the first time?
That's different.
Wait, what?
Skip through 5 lines of dialogue.
Wait, hold on, what?
Oopsies.
What do you mean? I have no idea what's going on.
The victim had no proof that the defendant was Master Demask,
All right, it's the book we need to present. That basically just confirmed it.
but you were the one who stole company secrets only 1 year
I
earlier.
thought we pressed that. Did we not press that? I was pretty sure we pressed that. Is
Yes,
this one of those things where we
not?
pressed it again after we do the thing and nothing changed? I'm so upset.
I didn't think it was.
But that was all over with once I was fired. No, because this is new only because we talked about him being fired. That wasn't me.
Yeah.
There was no way I could have known. Edit in post, but Jesus Christ. But it's true that the fact I stole secrets was kept under wraps. Even so, there's no reason for me to pay up now, a whole year later. Is that really true?
What is it, Nick?
The fact that Ron was stealing company data. I wonder if he could have had a problem if that ever became public knowledge.
Yeah!
Yeah.
He could be
Yeah,
sued!
definitely.
He would have to pay the money if he was sued, doesn't matter.
Mr. Delight, I believe that you would have been in considerable trouble if your identity as a company data thief was made public.
Also, you're unemployable.
Merc!
Mr. Wright! What are you trying to do by bullying your own client?
It's just what Mia taught me!
Lamau.
It's just what Mia taught me when I got bullied by her!
Yeah, Mia did bully you a lot.
Men are like colonies of bacteria. The more heat you apply, the faster they grow.
What?
That one's
So
a
what
little.
are you,
fuck.
Godot?
That one's a
Godot?
little sexual.
Yeah,
That was
what
a-
the fuck? Godot! Please! I
So,
don't...
Coffee metaphors from now on only.
That-
Mm.
You are banned.
That's exactly right! I'm right!
Well then, feel free to keep up the heat, my little lawyer amigo. I don't know how to say friend in
It's
French, otherwise I would.
Ami. We talked about this.
Mi little lawyer ami.
A little lawyer, Ami.
Go.
Wait, where's the coffee cup?
He's
This
not
is
there.
like
He's just
him
holding.
summoning
He's
Mjolnir. It needs
he's
to
waiting
fly
for
all
it.
the way
Yeah,
from the
exactly.
break room.
He's waiting for it.
No, the cups are just lining themselves up at the coffee machine, and they just Akio themselves to him.
Yes.
Whoa.
Yes. Now come on. Provide some evidence to back up your assertion.
Dylan needs a little coffee right now. There it is.
Whooshoop.
There.
Ah, I am still Wezzy. The fuck? You good?
What happened?
I think she tried to drink water, but then I made the Avengers reference and she wasn't ready.
Oh no.
Wait, is there still water in your mouth? How are you
I think
managing?
there is.
Come on, spit it out.
Ori, just spit it out.
Oh no, chat, you're in
Or
the splash zone. Take
swallow.
cover! Chat, take cover!
Swallow or spit, one of two. You have two
Well, she
options.
she ain't a quitter, I'll tell you that.
Mars,
Oh, Miss
you were the
White.
one that made it almost terrible. Jesus Christ.
Oh, really?
Oh,
Okay.
God.
You're the one with the dirty mind.
I had a drink of water, and you both wouldn't shut up.
Good
Oh,
night,
good
Mason.
night, Mason. Okay.
Night, Mason.
Oh my God. And to think I even debated saying throat lubrication earlier.
Why
Ugh.
would you-
Why? In what
Why would
context?
you-
Never mind, I don't want to know.
And
There is
Dylan
no
having a
context.
raspy voice and getting the coffee. Okay. Why
Nope,
would
that's-
Mr. Delight
that's
want to
terrible.
keep his data stealing secret from going public? Mask starting mask.
There's so many reasons.
Okay, I don't know about evidence, but what about presenting Desiree? Like, not
Oh,
wanting her
you're
to
right,
find
you're
out
right,
about
you're
it.
right. Profiles, you're right. Desiree. I think that's it. Totally. 100%.
Hates criminals and cowards
Yep,
more
yep,
than
that's
anything
it.
else.
That's gotta be it.
Take that! Ooh. Tap! Yes! Mr. Delight!
I got one!
What you said just now doesn't match what you told me yesterday. Huh? What,
Oh my-
what doesn't?
Fucking objection!
What?
Huh?
What your client tells you, confidentially, can't be used to cross-examine of an open court!
Dylan is dying.
This game is killing Dylan.
Lawyer-client
Slowly
confidentiality.
but
I wipe my
surely.
ass with that!
Hi, Gumshoe. Pal. I think you must have been scared, very scared, of having a certain person find out your secret.
It's your lawyer, you can't trust them.
A certain person.
Mm-hmm. Miss Desiree Delight, the defendant's wife. But listen to me. My deputy, she's...
Looks like if I just sit back and relax, the fun will end before it truly begins.
Yeah, don't you want in on this, Godot?
Good dough.
I'm certainly not a voyeur. But yes, we know. It was all your wife's fault.
What do you mean?
Mr. Delight stole company data to pay for his wife's spending habit, for which he was fired. Unable to face his own wife, someone used his dirty little secret to blackmail him. And that is how the murder came about.
Oh.
No, everything's falling neatly into place for him. Don't talk about my Desi like that. Oh, you'll be sorry. The
Ah,
glasses shatter.
threaten-
The mug
Threatening
shatters.
the prosecutor in the middle of the courtroom when you were charged with murder. That seems tactically unwise.
Well, it seems.
She did lack a 2. We talked about hearsay in it. It comes up soon in the videos. I've edited it. I think it's
That
literally...
we've learned a great deal of things here so far.
It's either the one that just came out yesterday or the one that comes out on Friday.
What do you think, Nick?
I don't know. I didn't think it was possible to get so thoroughly whipped in just 20 minutes. I mean, figuratively, I did
But-
get
but you-
physically
No, no,
whipped
no.
in just 20
Francisco
minutes multiple
before. You
times
should
by
be
him.
used to this.
Francisca von Karma proved that you can get whipped that much in 20 minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, you're trained, Phoenix.
Hello?
What?
Stop! I'm just making commentary!
Now you know how it feels.
I love that. I love that. That reaction can be given after any sexual comment.
Which
You
one?
and Edgeworth certainly have a lot of fun together, shirtless, under the covers, naked, with each other's bodies rubbing up against each other. And then one of you guys goes, "Oh well, stop! I was just making commentary."
No, we know
What do you mean?
I'm
We were just
crying.
cuddling!
I'm crying. I'm
At
literally.
least you weren't
Oh
drinking
my
this
no!
time.
I knew better. Jesus Christ.
Okay. All that aside, clearly there was sufficient motive for murder. Yay.
God. I'm still laughing.
He stole data for his wife, and he killed to protect his secret. A family
family
man
man.
who cared just a little too much.
Good job, Rhonda.
Oh my god.
Mhm. The motive is clear. Let's move on.
Ugh.
What happened at the crime scene at once in the morning, Mr. Delight? Come now, tell us. We are all ears.
Yeah, you have no eyes. Invisible at least.
Instead of point, can we do cup?
Wait, we should do mug, because he's
Mug.
me
Yeah.
mugging you right
Yes,
now.
he is. Oh god. When I entered the office, there was a suspicious shadow there, with a very distinct silhouette, I might say, but
Savannah!
suddenly I was hit on the head. After that, I remember being a bit dazed, but I feel like I heard distant hee-hee-ha-ha goblin laughter, but I don't recall. Yes, just like that. It's
It's
coming
gotta
from
be
next
fading
door
into
through the wall.
distance.
Could you? I just imagine he's laughing, but like quietly before he hits the guy.
Don't.
If I hadn't been wearing that, I would have been killed. I don't know what that is, but when I came to, Mr. Bullard was lying there, dead. He didn't have a tie clip on, which is bad boss etiquette number 1.
I see. Suddenly hit on the forehead, huh? I believe the detective from yesterday provided similar testimony.
Okay, new
But an
thing we have to
unforgettable
do.
man, I can still hear him now.
Laughing from next door. But every time a profile comes up, we have to make a noise from the character.
But like a quick one.
Yeah, exactly.
He said that Master Demas struck him on the head from behind.
Of course, since Atme turned out to be the culprit himself, that was all a lie.
No one's going to believe a pathetic lie like that.
What are you saying? I really was attacked. Can't you see this goose egg on my forehead? It's hideous. I covered it up with makeup.
We'll find out if what you say is true or not during the cross-examination.
Okay, Lekatu's comment made me think of Atme totally does his own theme music like Kronk does.
Oh, definitely.
What the? No. What the fuck is happening? I tune out for a fucking second, and you guys are going Teletubby on me.
Why are you tuning out then?
I'm looking at chat, and you guys are fucking like
Multitask better.
cartoon penguins. Like arms to the side.
That's how Atme sings. It's locked in. Dylan did it.
What is happening?
We were talking about how Atme does his own theme music when he's only on his ice, like Kronk from The Emperor's New Groove. And we were trying to sing his theme song, but you did it perfectly without even knowing what was going on. So perfect.
I was thinking more of like the Jesus Christ Superstar thing.
Oh, okay.
Oh my god.
Look at me, superstar.
Where
No.
in the world do you think you are? Alright.
I'm the king at me. No one can stop me.
Got that, Mr. Trent? Don't go easy just because he's your client. We should. If I see any sign that you are, I'll treat you to another cup of my special blend.
Mugnir.
Mugnir.
You don't need to worry about that, Mr. Godot. I'm a tea kind of person anyway, but I have... No, I'm hot chocolate man. Edgeworth's tea man. I'm a hot chocolate man anyway. I have faith in Ron. I know he didn't do it. I'm learning to trust again after that
This
last
game-
time.
This one in particular hurts me as someone who knows the law.
Yeah, I mean, Pris,
Yeah,
hold
press
it.
suspicious shadow.
Who was this suspicious shadow? If there were 1,000 of me, and even one new, I'd tell you. Trust me.
His dodging all our questions is not helping us win his case.
Okay then, how was the victim, Mr. Bullard, at the time? What do you mean by, how was he? Was he already dead? Was he still alive? Maybe he was the one who hit you in the first place. That's a good question. What do you think, Mr. Wright? Forget it.
Okay, useless man.
Ron, you're terrible. Also, is Ron just a name that's associated with gingers? Is that just a thing?
Question.
There's just two. Can you think of a third?
I think there is a third, yeah.
Give me a third.
Characters named Ron.
You can't fucking Google
Oh, I can't
it.
look it up.
Since when?
I asked, can you think of a third?
No,
Not
I
can
can't.
you look up top 10
I can't
gingers
think
named
of
Ron
a
on
third
Google.
off the top of my head, no, because the third one I think of is a blonde. So, you know. Ronald McDonald, done! Zilla did it! Success!
We got it!
Incredible.
Top tier Zilla. Amazing.
Now that's teamwork.
That's good shit right there. Hold it! Your forehead, huh? Yes, I was hit on the forehead as soon as I entered the room. It was
Made a
amazingly
coconut noise.
fast and
Opens
powerful
the door
attack.
immediately. Conk.
Do you remember anything about who hit you? Well, like I said, it was a fast and powerful hit. I was a bit enamored by it, but I think I was a little dazed for a while. Again, not knocked out, because
I'm sorry, you were what by the hit?
stunned and a bit dazed?
I heard enamored somewhere in there. But
Yeah, that was
okay.
before. I said that before.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Well,
we were
like,
thinking Harry Potter, Ron Weasley. Then we were also thinking the one from Kim Possible,
He's blonde.
but he's
Mm.
blonde. and
We're
that's what
thinking
we're
this
trying to
Rhonda
think.
Light is redhead, Ron Weasley is
And then
redhead,
Rhonda Light, of course.
and then it
of
was like,
course
who was a
Ronald
third?
McDonald.
And my third I
And then
thought
the
was
classic
Ron
favorite
Stoppable.
anime character, Ronald McDonald.
Exactly. I mean,
Exactly.
you know, he is anime-fied by that one artist.
I don't think Mr. Delight even grasped what you were asking.
Yeah, I'd like to show him a fast and powerful attack myself. Maybe that would knock some sense back into him. He's got a screw
Phoenix,
loose
you
in
are
there.
Violent this
I'm
trial.
riled up, and there's no Edgeworth to calm me down.
Oh, press that. What the hell was he wearing?
Oh yeah, exactly. Hold it! That, could you please clarify what you were referring to? Why, my Mask Starter Mask costume, of course.
Wait just a moment, Master Damask.
Did he strip him and then go steal the urn?
Well,
yeah,
now
I don't
I'm
know.
understanding
Enthuse.
that fan art you showed me, Ori.
You're right! Oh my god. Huh? Oh, did I forget to mention it before? Just to be on the safe side, I dressed as Mask Star Damask, yet I held my wallet with all my identifying information inside of it, and then I descended upon the office of the CEO of KB Security. Oh, look at this one. Oh my god.
What?
Nick, did you know about this? He never told me this.
Maya, you were there with me every time I talked with him. No, I don't recall him ever mentioning it to me either.
Even I did not know that.
Ooh.
It seems
I would-
our little friend really loves to keep secrets.
I would take that mask off my face if it started smoking like that.
He's really got something to hide. I'm sorry. I just never had a chance to mention it up till now. Wait, that's not right. You're right. But you know how sometimes things just slip your mind?
Yes, I have a grandfather with dementia.
Oh my
It's
god.
Von Karma.
My 6th cup of coffee is staring up at me coldly.
Objection! You've had way more than 6 at this point.
Have we counted? We haven't counted.
I don't know. Future Ori, please put a coffee count.
Oh,
Trial.
poor fucking
Wow.
future Ori. That's like
Poor
hours
future
of
Ori
work.
indeed. Exactly.
It's only for this trial.
Pain. Yeah,
Could
but
you
now,
just
but now
imagine?
by time it's
Okay.
mentioned, I have to go back and remember and go back through it. Pain.
Oh, okay. Sorry, future Ori. Forgive me.
At any rate, we can't ignore this new piece of information. Witness, please correct your testimony.
I'd have been killed if I hadn't been wearing my Mask Star to Mask costume. Hold it! Why were you dressed up as Mask Star to Mask? Why, because I'm Mask Star to Mask, of course.
What are you talking about? Master Demas trial is being held next door.
Ah!
Oh. Yes, I guess so. Anyway, at that time, I thought I was being blackmailed over the Mask Star Damask issue. So I thought I'd go as him, just to be safe. Oh boy! Let me tell you, it's a real pain to move around with that cape. That's why it took a lot longer than I'd expected.
I'm always blown away because we have a bunch of Ace Attorney buffs in chat.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, wow, how do they know these like minute details? That's pretty crazy. And then I remember like, this is literally like the Ace Attorney fan club we're doing.
Yeah,
right now,
yeah,
so-
it is.
We have attracted all the Ace Attorney fans.
It took a lot longer. What is he talking about? Press harder. That's what we do here. What do you mean by took a lot longer? Oh, opening the safe, of course. My cape got caught on the safe door, you see. All this happened when I was hiding Mr. Bullet's body.
What was that? Back up a second.
It's really hard to move around in the cape, yes?
You were the one that hid the body in the safe.
I mumbled that you weren't supposed to hear.
I was
the-
just trying to make sure it was
Yes.
safe, Your Honor.
Mars
I'm
yelled,
gonna assume
inconceivable.
he said what?
He said inconceivable.
Inconceivable.
Inconceivable. Why? Just
Inconceivable.
why? What reason could you have? What were you thinking?
He wanted to keep it safe.
I'm an idiot, and that's dumb.
Question. When does someone toss their dirty shorts in the washing machine?
I'm sorry. I know
They
we're
need to
saying
be
that
washed?
Godot gives, you know, like Hispanic vibes and he says amigo and whatever, but this smooth jazz is very much French cafe. Like, no one can, like, come on.
Or chat
thought
is. I can't tell if
Agreed,
they're.
mixed.
I can't tell if chat is roasting me
He
or
is
just
mixed.
in deep disagreement. Apparently, my accent for this guy is a Rorschach test. People interpret it every different possible way.
No. My understanding is
that means it's
Aragorn's not
every
saying your
accent and
accent
also
is Hispanic,
no
but that
accent.
Godot himself, the character, gives off Hispanic vibes.
I know what you're saying, but what I'm saying is that I'm trying to give him one accent, and people are hearing like 5 different accents.
You know, that's fine. It's it's
Okay.
consistent, and that's all that matters to me. You could have a nothing accent as long as you keep it consistent, you know?
What?
The answer is simple. When they take them off.
What?
As usual, I have no idea what you're saying.
Thank you, me
I'm
neither.
trying to call the defendant stinky, Your Honor.
A sock goblin? A house elf? Alright. Do you
No,
mean
that's
that
the other guy.
Mr. Delight hid the body because he's the murderer?
So you're not as stupid as you look?
His metaphor this time was really obscure.
It always is, Maya.
Mr. Wright, you don't mean
But he does mode.
that you knew about this whole safe business, do you?
But does he median? Well, yes, but that literally doesn't matter.
Why am I the only one not in the loop here?
That is also very true, Nicole.
Witness, make sure you add this to the testimony.
Yes, sir.
And then press it again just in case.
Looks like a storm front is moving in over the Fairweather Judge.
Fair weather.
I panicked and hid the body in the safe. It took about 10 minutes. Press. Hold it. Tap. Point. Why did you hide the bitey? Why did you hide the body in the safe anyway? Well, because it wouldn't fit in a drawer and I wanted to keep it safe. He's a rather large man, I don't know if you heard. That's not exactly what I meant. When I saw that corpse, I kind of lost it. I thought, if they find this corpse, they'll think I did it. But if I put my grubby little fingerprints all over it, then they'll never know.
I think you had a simpler reason than that. It's because you killed him. That's why you spent 10 minutes hiding the body.
That certainly makes more sense.
It's not like it took them long to find it, though, so I feel like it would have just been
What
run
the
and
fuck
leave,
is a
you know?
biddy?
Is a biddy?
Like
I don't
itty bitty?
know.
Is that what that means?
Yeah, I guess so.
I don't know.
But an old biddy is also like an old woman who like gossips. You old biddy. Ugh. Hold on. 10 minutes.
What is it, Nick?
I just had a thought. Under those circumstances, would you normally try to hide the body? And spend 10 whole minutes to do it?
Under those circumstances? What circumstances?
The buzzer!
The buzzer! The buzzer!
Hey, Nick. If you think his behavior was so strange,
It was!
why don't you present some evidence that would show just what those circumstances were?
We will! That's it! I'll take a look at the court record and present some evidence. Indeed.
Wow, they could not have spelled that out more if you tried.
This one definitely feels like it's less of like us trying to figure out exactly what happened or how it happened, and more like why, you know? There's definitely
Yeah.
like a lot of like, why?
This one feels like it's more about the story than actually like
Yeah,
putting
figuring
together
it out.
pieces.
Indeed.
We heard this from Mr. Delight yesterday, didn't we?
There's not much in this testimony either.
I betcha he's still hiding something.
I wouldn't be surprised. We'll just have to draw it out of him.
I just hope he doesn't make things any more complicated.
Just because you said that, it totally is gonna happen.
God damn it.
Okay. So essentially, it was like this, and we
That
want
one.
to present. Not
Buzzer
that one.
record.
The
Is
buzzer.
record, or buzzer, or the record. I think it's the
The
I feel
the
like
record.
the record because the buzzer
The
has
record
no
has the
fingerprint
time.
on it.
So if
Do
he
it.
if he
That
came
has
in
the
at
time.
1 a.m.
If
okay.
it happened
do it.
at
Present
1
it.
a.m. and he stayed for 10 minutes, the alarm went off
Objection!
at 1:02.
Your Honor, could you please take a look at this record?
And what might this be?
The
It
record.
might be anything, but what it is, Your Honor, is a record.
But what it is, Your Honor, is the record for the emergency buzzer that connects the CEO's office to security. If the button in the office is pressed, excuse me, a security team is supposed to come running. Now it's Larry, so I don't know. But you know, Larry's a witness in a way. And according to this record, the buzzer was pushed once at 1:02 a.m.
What?
If Mr. Rondelite truly was the murderer, zap! He would have ran as soon as that buzzer sounded. Point! After all, a security guard would have been heading his way, or should have been heading his way.
Objection. Let's remember who we are dealing with here. He probably had no idea that security personnel were in the building.
Ah, but
But
he
he used to work
worked
there, so he should
there.
know that.
Objection! No, no, no. Up until 1 year ago, my client was working as a chief of security. Point, there's no way he wouldn't have known about them.
Objection. He was fired from his job. Clearly, he was a shit head of security. But also, as it turns out, the guard never came.
That's nothing more than a coincidence. The fact that the guard was a pathetic loser.
Are you gonna make a Larry noise, Mars?
Wow. Man, I'm right here.
Who had just gotten punched in the face by his ex's new boyfriend, Point, and wasn't anywhere in the vicinity was not something Mr. Delight could have known.
Objection.
Oh.
Ah, I can't remember who we are dealing with here. It's a sure bet that Mr. Delight didn't even notice the buzzer going off.
Objection! This buzzer
It's
is extremely loud. There is no way he could have ignored something like that. If
Hold
he
on,
had been
hold on.
conscious, that is.
Mr. Delight? Mr. Delight has these gigantic ear puffs on the side of his head.
Conscious? What do you mean by that?
Ah. Covfefe. Fine. Let's hear your theory.
Why do you say it like that?
Recall the defendant's testimony. The moment he entered the victim's office, someone attacked him. Mr. Delight said that he felt dazed and confused. I'm willing to wager that he was knocked unconscious for at least a few minutes.
Unconscious? No, he fainted.
They're cinnamon roll ear muffs.
Princess Leia buns.
There you have Princess Leia buns.
That's
About
why
the
Mr. Delight did not know that the buzzer had sounded. And that is why he thought he had time to hide the body.
So what are you trying to say?
That he was actually unconscious. Mr. Delight was knocked out. The buzzer went off soon afterwards.
Yeah, because Atme totally hit the buzzer to try and get the framing of Ron Delight, but Larry's incompetence
Sure.
made it not happen.
Now, unless my client was able to hit the buzzer while he was unconscious, tap, it can only mean that there was another person in that room with.
Gloves. Atme wears gloves, doesn't he? No fingies.
That's right. Whoever it was, they knocked out Ron Delight and then pressed the buzzer.
Doodly-doo-doo.
Order in the court. Mr. Wright, this is...
Ooh.
Objection. This is preposterous. It was this kid. Ron Ron Delight is the one who killed Count Bullard.
Was he?
Objection! Tap! Then who pressed the buzzer?
It was
A ghost.
the victim, of course.
But he doesn't wear gloves.
But he died at 1, and this was pressed
Slam!
down 2.
He pressed the buzzer when the defender attacked him. He didn't die right away. He must have held on long enough to push that button.
But we have time of death.
So King Bullard sounded the buzzer himself. What is your opinion on this, Mr. Wright?
I need to prove that the real criminal was there at the scene. But how? Can I prove that it wasn't Kane Bullard who sounded the buzzer?
I can because there were no fingerprints on
Yeah.
it, and he wouldn't have been wearing gloves.
There we go.
I can prove it all right. The defense's opinion is this, Your Honor. This piece of evidence
No.
proved that it wasn't the victim who sounded the buzzer.
The fingerprintless buzzer. Oh my god, I keep forget. I'm like, if I go this way, it's the same as going the other way because I only have 2 lines of evidence. But no,
Yeah, nope.
I don't. Present.
Take that! Tap! I believe this is the piece of
Oh god, incontrovertible.
Incontrovertible.
I believe this is the piece of
Incontrovertible.
incontrovertible evidence you were looking for.
It's just a long
No.
word.
The emergency buzzer? Is there some kind of clue on it?
It's exactly
No,
what's
and
not
that's the
on it.
point.
Absolutely not.
See, this one we're excited for.
Yeah.
Eh? Come on now. At least give some thought to what you say before opening your mouth.
It does feel good when you like are like, yeah, I know what the evidence is. You know, like it feels real good when it's like, yeah, pieces
Oh,
fall
it is
into
a
place.
rush. I love it.
The fact that there are absolutely no clues is itself the clue.
Now I'm the one who's clueless.
What do you mean now, Your Honor?
Objection hurtful!
Sustained.
Objection, meanie. Big meanie. Ah.
This button has no fingerprints on it. If Mr. Bullard had really pressed it himself, Point naturally would have left his fingerprints behind.
Ooh!
Say it, don't spray it.
Wrong, the light obviously went them off.
Objection! Tap! Why would he? Point! A guard could have come at any moment.
All the more reason to wipe them off quickly. He touched that button. I know he did.
Objection!
Where's your
The
evidence?
defendant, Mr. Delight, was dressed as Mask Star to Mask. And Mask Star to Mask always wears gloves.
See, he does. There you
Wait.
go.
Wait,
What?
if there were no fingerprints and your client was wearing gloves,
Yeah.
Well, that's saying
that-
what?
What reason could he possibly have had to wipe the button free of
Fingerprints. They weren't his. That's the point. They weren't his.
Right.
Why would
I
he
can
have
also
bothered
see
to
how
wipe
that would be
Kane
turned
Bullard's
on his
fingerprints?
head.
But why would he have bothered to wipe Kane Bullard, the dead guy's fingerprints, off a button? You know, like it doesn't
Yeah,
trace
makes
it
no
back
sense.
to him. You know what I'm saying? So it doesn't matter.
yeah.
Order!
It would seem. Shoot.
Oh.
I have been forced to eat crow.
Yeah.
Ew. I wonder what blend number crow flavored coffee is.
It tastes like
Oh.
chicken.
Delicious.
However, if the real killer was there at the scene, why would that person press the emergency buzzer? Shouldn't they have run away without putting themselves in extra danger? No. What's with this awkward silence all of a sudden?
It looks like you are fresh out of Palatrix.
There are some more. They're on to you, Nick.
What? Just give me a minute to collect my thoughts.
You don't have a minute.
The real culprit killed Mr. Bullard around 1 a.m. And he kept making that noise even though he was dead.
And Mr. Delight just happened to waltz in when the murder was taking place, right? Well, didn't just happen. There was the blackmail.
The killer clobbered Mr. Delight, then sounded the buzzer. God, that's fucking annoying.
Even though security was supposed to respond right away if the buzzer was pressed.
Security was supposed to respond.
Security left them on red.
Literally though. Not even
Time's up,
red.
Mr. Wright.
Larry wasn't even there.
Let's hear what you have to say.
I mean, we know
Larry
why.
should be
They were
fired.
trying to frame Ron, so
Oh, he
we're
needs to
good.
be fired from
Yeah,
everything.
we mentioned that like an hour or two ago.
Yeah, exactly.
Very well then.
Uh-huh. You are approaching me? Well then, come as close as you like. You've got some guts. I like that in an opponent.
Oh, very nice.
It is much less preferable when your guts are on the outside.
Mm.
To call the security guard.
Say the line.
Oh, sorry. I'm so eager.
Why did the real killer sound the emergency buzzer?
To call the security guard.
The killer
It was a
knew
prank
that it.
video.
What?
It was a prank video.
Oh my god. Kerpranked! Justin Kerprank jumps
Kate
out of
not dead. This is just an elaborate hoax the whole time.
Ah, it's a prank!
It's a pranky.
Pranky.
Sorry. This is a pranked with your host. Look at me.
Look at him! He was a prank!
I know exactly what the thumbnail for this video is gonna be. Oh my god.
Wait, is it gonna be like Phoenix covered in coffee?
No,
It's gonna be like,
no, did
prank.
you not know the... So the reference is from Gravity Falls. There's an episode where it turns out there's a TV show that's called Kerpranked with their host Justin Kerpranked, and literally the whole thing is it's a prank show, and he jumps out of a plant and he's like, "You've just been Kerpranked."
Got it.
The killer knew that if they had pressed that button, a guard would come running. Tap! And that was exactly what they wanted.
Do you mean to say the killer called the guard on purpose?
He really did, Lakitu. He really did.
Yes, although, as it turned out, he never showed up.
Because he was getting his clock cleaned at the time.
Can anybody explain to me that saying? I don't know. I don't understand that saying. I know what it means, but I don't understand why it means that.
What a touching story. You're saying the killer had a change of heart and called the guard to turn himself in?
No, not at all, actually.
No, I'm not. When that buzzer sounded, there were 3 people in that office. The victim, Kane Bullard, who was already
really
dead
is
but still making
unflattering.
noise. The defendant, Ron Delight, who was out cold. And the third person, the real killer with this incredibly distinct silhouette.
Can't tell who it is. Such a mystery.
Hypothetically, yes.
Now then, in this situation, if the real killer made an escape, what would happen? The only ones left in the room would be the victim and Ron Delight.
And
So, Uri,
yeah,
clock, and it makes sense, was Cockney slang for your face. Because, you know, a clock face.
yeah, sure, that's fine.
And so to clean your clock is to,
But why is it cleaned
know.
if I'm punched in the face? You know, that's the part I don't understand.
it's gonna clean that expression off your face.
Ah, it's gonna wipe that. I see. I get it. I get there. Thank you.
Yeah.
The more you know.
Violence.
Ooh. And if any security guards came running in at that time, they would think that I was the murderer.
Tap! Yes, that's precisely what the real killer's objective was. To frame Ron Delight for the murder.
Coffee. I forgot that was the second double. Ah.
I can't breathe.
There's another Gravity Falls reference to make where Darlin and Blobs are just drinking. They sip coffee, blows it into the other's place, blows it, and it's just back and forth. Oh my god. I can't.
It would seem.
Like I'm winning.
Shoop. I have been made to eat my words once again.
The coffee is also just a healing potion, so we beat him down. And then
That's what
just-
happens when you're addicted like that.
Oh my
I would
god.
know.
Actually, you've been made to do a spit take with a cup of coffee.
And I agree, Pastry Puff. I do really like that image as well.
Yes, like to.
Nice, Drock. Mr. Wright, who was it? Who was it that tried to frame me? Wait a second. I'm the one and only Mask Star Damask, so...
Nick, you mean the real killer is...
Yes. Yes.
Oh, we're going to drag that person in here right now.
But who is it?
Well, you can't. He's on the stand.
Nope, too bad. We break into that courtroom, drag him off the stand, bring him
so
in
sorry
here.
to
You
interrupt,
break
we need
into
this
that
guy,
courtroom.
yoink.
Yeah.
It's the same judge.
They're the Nurse Joys of this world.
Oh my,
There's
and
a
the
fucking
and the
Phoenix right in
Jennies.
that room too, and you
right?
guys are Spider-Man
Jenny.
meme pointing at each other.
Literally. Yeah, Phoenix as well. Oh my god.
It's like
Imagine
Into the,
it's
Spider-Verse,
that
but
it's
with,
the
like, Ace
case
Attorneys.
that we did yesterday, but today in the past over there, right? Because Luke Atmy's on the stand. It's a whole
Now
thing.
it's actually Nicolas Cage Phoenix Wright.
Oh my god, no. Phoenix Noir.
Yes, Phoenix Noir.
I don't have any solid proof yet, but think about it. The killer knew Mr. Delight's identity, and they also knew that he had been called to KB security that night. So the killer used him to execute a well-crafted plan to murder Kane Bullard. I don't know why you'd want that, though.
Now then, let's hear your accusation, Mr. Wright. Who was it that framed Mr. Ron Delight for the murder of Caden Bullard?
Well, we know
Oh,
who
gee,
it is.
could be so many options.
Present.
Take that! Tap! Detective Luke Atme. He's the only one who could have done it.
It's detective.
Luke Atme.
You mean Master Damask did it?
No, yes, maybe. Your Honor, the person being tried in the court next to us. You can hear him through the walls. He's not Mask Star Damask at all. Tap! He is, in actuality, the true murderer of Kane Bullard.
Well, can't he be both? He can kind of be both.
Both is good.
Mm.
He's at least the star in Masked Star.
Yeah, really though.
Order! Mr. Wright, blame yourself.
Theft and murder. Which is the more serious crime? Well, murder, but it also depends on the amount you've stolen, but you know.
No, it's actually theft is murder because you're just stealing someone else's life. So it's the same thing.
There you go.
They're not even close. Murder is the more serious crime, of course. It's a capital crime subject to a capital punishment.
He means the electric chair or lethal injection.
Oh God. So in this world, all murderers get the electric chair or lethal injection. But in earlier games, they talk about it specifically being for people who have killed law enforcement officers, though.
I don't know if that was earlier games or me saying.
It
that
was.
in
No. It
the
was.
same
Lana said that specifically. Because I killed a
Got it.
detective, that's why they're giving me the capital punishment. You know?
Yeah.
But it's like, why is everybody just
Maybe
getting
she just meant
murdered?
because I killed a
Moitered.
human.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, and dudes, it looks like Von Karma's dead. Gant's definitely dead. But apparently, according to this, so
Well,
is...
we had foreshadowing. Get his pain animation was electrocution.
Yeah, there you go. There you go. And Von Karma
Von
beats his
Karma,
chest, so his like
firing
heart
squad.
stops. You know,
Oh, I was saying firing spike just got shot. But
that too. Either way,
I like how you turn into fucking Snoopy every time I make you laugh.
Snoopy is the.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
That's what you just did.
Oh, did I? Well,
Yeah, you fucking did.
Please remember the trial from yesterday if you would.
Dylan.
When Luke Atme confessed, there was a huge commotion in the courtroom.
Of course, if a masked detective was unmasked as, well, as Master Damask.
Instead
Axel
of
was wheeled off the fucking highway into the great beyond.
Instead of being convicted of murder, he was found guilty of grand larceny. That was his true objective all along.
He was beaten to death with another acrobat.
Oh my God.
To be found guilty.
Yeah, we don't know about Acro. We don't know about D. Vasquez or
D. Vasquez was not guilty. She did self-defense.
Yeah. But this court is weird. What else? The other guy. Who's the other one? Why am I missing one?
Mask Starter Mask had the perfect alibi for when the murder took place.
Did Frank Saw It get murdered? Illegally by the government?
He was stealing the
executed?
urn at
Lordly Taylor. Yes, that's the word I wanted.
It's not murder if it's legal, by definition. Ooh, a new first-time chat.
Hello,
Hi,
Oh,
Jay
J.
Rain.
Rain.
Hello.
J. Rain? Or
I'm
Jerain?
gonna say Ryan, like Reinhardt.
J. Ryan. Please tell us how you pronounce it. If you would like us to
Junior
pronounce it
Ryan.
a certain way.
J. Ryan? J. Rain? J.
Rain.
Fuck.
Okay, beautiful.
Very
I
nice
was right.
to meet you.
Welcome.
To the
Like a
chaos.
reindeer. Beautiful. That's what I was
love
thinking.
It.
Or like horse reins. That's how I was thinking of it.
In other words, being found guilty as Mask Starter Mask, point with Luke Atney's airtight, watertight, and unassailable alibi.
A guilty verdict. As an alibi.
I mean, that's what Ron
mean-
Delight was going for.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
That is
You know
true,
what?
Deuce.
Great minds think alike. I see why that fan art happened now. It
You
makes
know?
way too much sense.
It's almost time.
For what?
My dumb cat to roll off the bed.
She likes doing that.
Zilla, I know what
does.
you meant, but I love that shit. The dearth penalty. That's it. Give away all your extra shit. That is the dearth penalty.
That's beautiful.
For what?
He's just upping the ante every time, Lakitu. He went watertight, airtight, then unassailable, you know?
For look at Miss Verdict. It was a pretty simple trial after all. If we're going to stop this trial and start that one, we need to do it now. Of course. That's assuming you have proof that the detective was the one who committed the murder. Ah!
Mr. Luke Atmey's trial has indeed attracted the attention of the entire country. An entire room full of witnesses to the alibi. If we were to intrude and failed to provide adequate proof of his true crime, Mr. Delight would be left with no grounds for appeal.
Why?
Am I really sure about this? Is that ethereal silhouette I've been seeing really as clear as
The
I think it
flashback
is?
Silhouette don't lie.
A bet's only good when your life's out the ante.
No, I prefer Quatlu.
Mr. Wright, I believe in you. Mr. Delight. So, please, I'm begging you. Thanks, but my decision will determine the rest of your life. Or
However long
Death?
that life may be.
can I really risk your life like this?
Phoenix.
Damn.
That's not the first time Maya flashed you.
Mia.
That was Mia.
That was
Fuck,
Mia.
I meant Mia. Record scratch freeze
terrible.
frame.
Unless they're Edgeworth flashbacks. Yeah, exactly.
What was that? I thought I was done hallucinating.
Don't stray, Phoenix. For your client, take the path of trust.
But I did that and I got fucking burned.
Burned by Unguard. Like hardcore.
That voice. It sounds like Mia. Point, Your Honor. The defense requests an immediate recess.
I must use the slide. So that's your answer, huh?
So you should appreciate that. You must need the bathroom after all those coffees by this point.
Yeah, we're at like 8 or 9 now.
Oh, we're way beyond.
Very well. I've decided as well, because I would also like to use the slide. The court will now take a 20-minute recess.
Allow me to translate for
Come
everyone
back
who's
in
a lawyer
2
in chat.
hours.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, exactly. That's a 2-hour timer.
I just assume round up.
We're learning now. Add
Just keep
another.
rounding up. You're fine.
Yeah. 2-day recess. 2-week recess.
Mr. Wright, when we return, please summon Mr. Luke at me to the stand.
Yes, Your Honor.
Boop, 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 beep, Oh, what?
What the fuck?
Oh, he's in the other
We're in the
side.
other courtroom now.
Well, Sir Detective Atme. Yes!
Thank you, like
I have to say, Mr. Payne, you performed splendidly.
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 He would say it
Oh.
that way.
Oh no, Sir Detective Atme, you were the one who.
Oh my god!
What
What
the?
the hell?
Oh.
What
What the fuck
Oh!
is that?
We get to smash her past Judge 2.0.
What the fuck is that? First of all, why
Who's
are his
Judge?
ears a lighter color than the rest of his face? It's usually the
That
opposite.
doesn't look right.
They're not. They're
That
the
is
That
same.
really does not
weird.
look right.
The ears are fine, but the
Oh, this
beard and the hair is
confused me.
really weird. I hate
The
this.
hair is horrible. He's like the Avatar.
Yeah, but out of hair and not a cool
Okay.
swanky tattoo.
What kind of voice shall I give this guy? It's gotta be the opposite of our lovable judge.
Mars, do me a favor. I don't need it to be good, but do me your best Trump impression.
That's enough.
It's so bad that it's good. We're
It's
good.
perfect.
Keep
Keep it. That's it.
going. Yeah.
He's orange enough.
This court sees no reason to further prolong this trial.
This is so bad. It's good.
I have to say, and I've been a judge
People are
for
saying-
times, very, very long times.
They were
lots
always
of
saying-
time.
Dylan,
couldn't
you
present
can't do,
this
you
case.
can't do
You
your
couldn't
Trump
present
accent.
it.
It's
You couldn't
done.
do it.
It finds the defendant Luke at me,
This
is really
one of the
who is an upstanding guy, very upstanding guy.
totally tremendous. It
Hold it! Wait! Don't hand down your verdict yet! Please! I have a trump card!
I don't think that's legal.
welcome to my courtroom.
Your courtroom.
Who's this hoser, huh?
Hosier.
Eh, oh my god, he is Canadian.
He's fucking Canadian.
He's fucking. Look at those eyes, though. I can't. I hate this judge with every fiber of my
This is
being.
the worst
This is
design
like
in
this
the
is like
game.
backrooms judge. I can't deal. I can't deal
I
with
hate
it.
this.
I can't. I hate it.
Well, what's
I'm
going
so
on
glad
here?
Phoenix has his assigned
There,
courtroom.
There's
with
a
his
trial
assigned
going on here,
judge.
bucko. Sorry there, friend. Just trying to do my job as a judge, Hosier.
No, we can't
Nope,
change
nope,
it. We did it.
We've
No,
given
sorry.
him the Trump
Sorry
voice.
there,
We've
Judge.
given him
The
discount
voice. The
Trump.
voice
We
exists.
gotta keep
Oh
going.
Here
no,
it is.
sorry.
I know. I hate it, Aragorn. I can't do it. That's a beautiful picture, puff. I can't.
Just
My
job
name
as
is
a judge.
Phoenix
Bigfoot
Wright,
with barely any hair.
attorney
I
at
love
law, and I wish to file an accusation against this man, Luke Atme.
I'm just so mad
At what?
that I have to voice pain.
You have to voice everybody. There's so many characters that just came out of the
You guys
woodwork
have
in this one.
voiced so many people.
You accused Mask Star to mask?
That man is not Mask Star to Mask. He's just a ruthless murderer.
I'm sorry, did you just say just?
What?
It's like Valley Girl Judge at this point. And there it is.
Luigi.
A beautiful place to stop. I can't.
That was amazing. I both hated and loved
I was
that.
not prepared for this alternate universe we walked in on. This
I
top
also was
secret.
kidding.
Japanada.
Japanada.
Yeah, Japanada.
Japanada.
It's San Francisco and Japanada. Oh my god.
Perfect.
I literally can't.
Ugh,
Oh my
that
god,
was
I have to
a
back out a
wild
second to
ride.
get back to the thing. Hold on.
I
Let me-
enjoyed all 5 minutes of voicing I did this episode.
Options. That's what I want. Title screen. Yes. Dylan, you did a fair amount of voicing in the end. You were Godot. You had your Godot court bit. Okay. Don't
Yeah,
act.
that was a lot of voicing.
Yes.
Yeah, did we see the defense attorney?
No, not at all. We don't.
That's so sad.
We.
It could have been Grossberg, and I could have had another reoccurring
Ooh,
disease.
that would have been good if it was
Would've.
Grossberg. That would have been the ticket. Oh my god.
Nah, I think off-brand Phoenix Wright would have been better. Ash is wrong.
I'm not ready. I'm not ready. Yeah, Mr. Wrong. Actually, Mr. Wrong.
Oh no, it's left. Mr. Left.
There you go.
It depends on what you view as opposite.
There's many opposites that could be.
Oh my
What's the
god.
opposite of a phoenix? Yeah,
Ash?
that would be great. Is Ash the opposite of a phoenix? Leviathan
know.
left.
Leviathan. Is
'Cause
a
the
Leviathan
water.
the opposite of a
I'll
Phoenix?
get,
Water
you know what?
versus
I'll
fire?
grant it. I'll say I grant it. Not
Alright.
flying, but like a wormy
A
boy
water.
in the water.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Versus a
Okay.
fire bird, a water snake. You know, I feel like
I can see it.
that's the difference. Raven wrong, but that's but it's still a bird. I don't know. But that would be funny. Oh my god. That
Wait,
I
we could hold on.
Yeah.
Arguably, the opposite of a phoenix is Articuno.
Yes.
Artie.
There's not
Already
really
left.
there's not really like an ice bird of mythology I know of. There's the Alicanto.
At least one.
Weasel left. Mortal wrong.
This is the opposite of rebirth. Nicole
Yeah,
was saying.
yeah. Oh
Yeah,
my
yeah.
god. I can't with all of this. But you gotta spell left like a funky way, Lakitu, right? Like wrong
Yeah.
without the W, that's perfect. But left has to have like a weird spelling to it.
Two
Snow
F's
snake,
and a
yeah.
D.
I did it.
Left,
I
you
spelled
did.
it bad.
You did. LEPHT. You succeeded. Left.
Amazing.
Perfect. Oh my god, I'm dying. Jesus. I will say, the judge shooketh me. The
I
That
judge.
wish we
was
knew. I wish
disturbing.
in the top left it said Canadian judge.
Yeah.
That would have just been a lot more understandable.
But no, I feel like the Trump was good though. The Trump was good. A good
It was
choice.
good in the worst kind of way.
But you know,
Yeah.
but that judge is the worst kind of judge, so I don't
Fair enough.
I don't
I mean, he
need
was
him.
about to
You
let
know,
a
I
killer.
gotta break out the
he was
Canadian
about
voice.
to
I
let
can
a
do it.
killer go.
You can. That's
So
another
yeah,
one.
he is the worst judge.
That's another one you can definitely get a handle on for another character. I feel like there's a lot of accents that you just kind of realize that are like deep in there and are like, oh, like
We
I have
need
the
to
Irish
a
accent.
vote. I want there to be a poll in the Discord to get people to vote on what they hear Micah Doe's voice as,
Oh my god.
and we'll give them a bunch of options.
Oh my god.
Oh, that one was a wild ride. It started off kind of slow, where I was just kind of talking to myself and Mars, and Mars was
just one
talking
of
to
those things
herself.
Where, like during
And
the
then-
investigation portion, they were spoon feeding it to us, right? Like especially
Yeah.
with the pink paint and everything. I was just like, okay, this is really like, I can kind of turn my brain off for this. But then in trial time, it's like, okay, no, we actually
I'm
get
like,
to
okay,
think a little
we're
bit.
going, it's
fun.
great. And then we suddenly have this alternate universe.
Yeah, I was
courtroom
not ready for
that I just was
the Phoenix
not
Wright
prepared.
Attorney multiverse.
I was not ready for it.
I didn't know there was a
Multiverse
difference
of
between
Madness.
116 Phoenix Wright and 219 Phoenix Wright.
Yeah, literally.
There you
Oh god. Oh
Earth
god.
66 Judge.
Well then. Alright guys, thanks for hanging out for that. We're ending it a little early just because that was a great place to stop, a perfect place to stop. We like stopping it. To be continued, if as much as possible. And honestly, that was a
As
good...
JoJo fans, of course.
Yes, exactly. As JoJo fans, as everything like that. But, yeah, new Ace Attorney episode came out yesterday. new shorts today. Honestly, every day of the week I've added 2 more shorts to the weekly roundup, so now there's shorts every day. Comic Corner tomorrow. I don't even remember what we're doing. I'm talking about Voltron. That's what's happening.
You're talking about Voltron.
And
Legendary
that's
Defenders.
it. Yeah. Thanks for sticking around.
And then Baldur's
If you
Gate on
want
Friday.
to put in
True.
options in the Discord for what you think Dylan's Godot is, unless Dylan, you know what everybody suggested, because I don't even know. I
I've
only
heard
know 2.
Nigerian, I've heard French, I've heard Hispanic.
I don't think the Hispanic was to you. I think that was that they thought
No.
Godot was Hispanic.
No, I think it was.
I don't agree, but well, good afternoon, Nicole. Have a nice afternoon and rest of your day. And yeah, we'll see you guys all hopefully tomorrow. Otherwise, we'll see you next week. And with that, have a nice night. Good night.
Good night, everyone.
Good night,
Take
good
care.
night. Thanks for coming.